Good evening, viewers of teamfortress.tv. I am Max. Tonight you're watching the ETF2L Season 23 Week 4 official between Full Tilt and Publiclir. Alongside me today, but only in spirit, not literally, because this is across the internet, is CommanderX and DavidTheWin on camera. How are you, CX?
I'm good. I'm quite excited.
That's good to hear. You expecting a nice, good game?
I was.
And
but then Sideshow, I believe there was some kind of emergency at home where he was required to babysit. So Sideshow will not be playing tonight, and instead they will have Stark on Roma. So I'm a bit more skeptical about how close a game we're going to have tonight now.
Yeah, it's true. Stark for a Sideshow is, I think you could argue, a bit of an upgrade, considering the quality of the two Romas. Stark, an incredible player, both Scout and Roma. He was originally going to roam for now Nerd Rage this season. He did a good job, but instead they picked up Drac, so he's very capable and will definitely do fine in Sideshow shoes for Full Tilt. Although, Stark could be a bit of a toxic Tony by reputation that could add something negative to a team called Full Tilt, you know?
The toxic tilt.
Yeah.
There's a meme in there somewhere.
Oh my god, what if this is like a plot by Stark to like fold the only competition from like the inside? He's just gonna make Spud like rage quit and then the whole team dies.
He's done it before.
Exactly. Alright, we're still
Play to your strengths.
But the other team tonight is a Publiclir new team. Amps and Kaya played together in the previous version along with Smire, so it's like 3. And now they have Flip and Atomic on Scouts, as well as Medico on... Is he roaming or Pocket? I don't even remember.
I don't know, it's kind of... I think... Originally, Medico was pocketing. No, originally Medico was roaming, then AMS was roaming, and now they're both kind of roaming. They're both just kind of free to do whatever they want.
Oh,
and
okay.
they're kind of relying on their experience, basically, to know that someone should be with Kaya. Kaya's quite vocal as well. So that'll help as well, do you know what I mean? Making sure he has a soldier with him. It's not like they have to be... They have a lot of information there, yeah.
Especially because Flip isn't usually on the tightest leash. I was watching the games just a bit early and he can tend to run off the frags, which isn't a bad thing. It does just mean people do have to be on top of who's with Kaya, make sure it's not just Smire.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, they're still kind of finding their feet since Kaya came back into the mix. But the performance at DreamHack, when they had not quite the same team, but when they had Kaya in there calling, they played like a lot better than we saw from the sort of the initial games from Publicly this season.
Yeah, Kaya is very famous for his strats. You know, he's the strat king. He's got an off class ready for like every situation. He knows what to do, and he is a pretty damn good caller. Like I think he adds a lot to the team because who's the previous medic? Serotonin, right? He's quite quiet. So I guess that was probably the problem. Was a lot of calls were stressed. It was stressed for Smire to call because he had to pretty much do a lot of it. Unless Amps was picking it up as well. But I don't know, I think it's a lot nicer for Kaya.
Yeah, the last game I think they played, they seemed a lot more like a team with a plan rather than just 6 people on a server all attempting to TF2 at the same time.
It's like, we'll try this. We'll airshot our way out of this.
Well, if we all play the same game, we're in with a great chance.
Yeah. No one launched CS. So, well then, if we're talking about this tactical aspect, do you think Stark for Sideshow will change how Full Tilt have to play? Because they play a very different style. Sideshow's like dedicated to that distraction kind of thing, while Stark's a fragger.
I think what you might find, just sort of the only thing Publicly might sort of be able to exploit is, a lot of the time, like, Talash will go Sniper, or Talash won't always be as tight on the flank, especially when he's on Sniper, and that can leave Sideshow kind of isolated, so Sideshow has to play like a proper sort of like, bitch, just watch the door and spam it from a distance and make sure nothing comes in kind of role. Whereas Stark will be... I know like Stark's a smart player, it depends how much he wants to like bring his own game to it, or whether he's just happy to sit, just literally fill Sideshow's shoes rather than playing his own roam game.
Yeah, because traditionally by himself he's a lot more proactive of a roamer than Sideshow. Although Sideshow does make plays pretty often, but like I think Stark tries to get it going a little bit more. Especially in like a stalemate, he'll be more likely to try and initiate something. Whereas like another Full Tilt will try and get something rolling on like the combo, probably with like Spud, you know, hitting sick pipes and just getting 3Ks or something.
Yeah, I think they're going to have an issue, particularly like Granary's going to be a really weird one because it's kind of a soldier dominant map, and Syl and Stark are both incredible, but then AMS and Medico also have sick DM as well, so it's going to be a bit of a weird one in terms of how that one.
Wait a
One
minute,
falls.
my man, you're gonna have to catch me up. Syl is playing? Hello?
Yeah.
What happened to Tech?
Tech was playing until Overwatch stopped.
Oh,
so now
okay.
Scylla's playing.
Alright, Syl's come back. Okay, thank you for catching me up. Alright, cool, because Syl's amazing. He's really good. Like, Tech wasn't doing bad, but I think Syl fits with how this team plays, especially because he was with him, all of last season. So that adds a lot of stuff back to the combo, the mojo, the flow,
Let's take a look. I've got some stat things. Very few,
no.
but I've got a couple. I've got mainly just for table. Hopefully this works.
Oh, they'll be tied first with Nerdrage.
Yeah, so it's all pretty tight. Yeah, Full Tilt and Nerd Rage currently only losing the same, only dropping 1 point overall. With one golden cap win each. But obviously Full Tilt have this sort of game in hand, so they could catch them up and secure their place in that sort of 2-horse race at the top of the table.
Yeah, that could be pretty interesting to see. I'm quite looking forward to the game between those two. That looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. Full Tilt doing quite good this season. We've got Forskings in third as well. Could that change if Publicly win? Yeah.
Yeah, like below Full Tilt and Reason, it's really just sort of, it could be anyone at this point. Like there's 6 points, so one double map win between third and eighth. Like DD and 5 friends maybe won't. Kind of sort of, I guess for bottom team in Prem, kind of the weakest, the newest, the least experienced team. But between everyone else, it can go any way really. So even though Full Tilt are the favourites, they're expected to take all the points here. We've seen all season people take points off each other. So if Publicly can steal some points here, it'll be huge for them.
Yeah, they've done it before as well. They even took a point off of Reason, or now Nerd Rage, on CP Sunshine when they got the golden cap. That was pretty impressive. Maybe they can keep that rolling and upset Full Tilt. Although I don't think it's that far between these teams, if I'm being entirely honest. Like the general DM level, I think is pretty even. I think Stark kind of changed that a little bit into Full Tilt's favor, but I don't know. I think Publicly can be coordinated enough and have some 6 solid bombs and stuff to catch them up. Definitely not out.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. Like the DM's really not, even though Full Tilt's record is significantly better than Publicly's, the DM is essentially there. And if you take out sort of those early games, where they didn't have Onkaya, it's a much stronger performance from Publicly, so it could be a close game.
Yeah.
As long as they can contain Stark and Syl.
Process can lend itself pretty heavily to scouts as well. Atomic and Flip could just have like a really monster game. Like Ast is, a complete beast, and Thala's just like a really strong scout as well. They're all at the top. But I don't know, I've said this before, and I feel kind of like the scouts aren't really part of anything for Full Tilt, and I kind of feel like that might be the case for Publicly. They just sort of want to run around and frag, and like Atomic and Flip is not, there's 2 frag happy scouts you want to run into. Like they have a really good aim, and they could probably open a lot of stuff on flank. Maybe if like Stark isn't as in sync with the Full Tilt flank,
Yeah, it's certainly, I think that is their best option. Sort of like back cap plays, stacking the flank, and just making it a messy DM fight, because when it's a messy DM fight, it is pretty even. And you see in lots of games where, like, if Full Tilt are in control, Ast normally runs away with it and just dominates everything, getting all those cleanup frags. But sometimes Ast can kind of go missing. Yeah. Like, if his team's not very stable or if things are going wrong, Ast sort of finds it hard to get involved in the game.
And if Publicly do kind of like shut down Ast, and start winning all these team fights, maybe Full Tilt could just tilt, and then all they need is basic coordination, and they can win.
Yeah, I think Process is their best chance. Yeah,
I could be mean for like saying that, but it's in their name. They're Full Tilt for a reason. But yeah, I'd agree. Process is much better chance for them than Granary. Like I don't want to imagine facing Stark and Syl on Granary. Those two are probably going to tear it up on mids. But I think they can create a lot of pressure. Their scouts on this map, you should favour them a lot.
Yeah, even though Stark and Syl can probably dominate that, because of the nature of Granary mid, it can just be a complete DM fest. So even if they don't win all the mids, they can certainly make it so Full Tilt can't just take quick rounds on Granary and just dominate them.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fair. I can see mids on this map going like extremely scrappy. Like teams sort of trying to take top, and then that turns into a fight, and they like both go left and meet each other. I think we're gonna have pretty aggressive mids. Like, just looking at these rosters.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same on process. Like, there'll be that initial sort of stabilizing bit where everyone gets their players, everyone catches up to sort of a fast rollouts. But then, as soon as AMS makes the decision that it's time to launch, I can imagine all hell breaking loose from both teams.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun to see because there's a lot of air shotters in this map right now. So these mids can get pretty crazy. It's a high ceiling, you know, and there's a lot of jumps you can have on process. I'm really excited for this game. I'm not going to lie. Like, these 4 soldiers are going to hopefully produce incredible stuff, and then Atomic and Flippy are just beasts. Especially Flip. He's like just sort of came back from nowhere and been a top scout again. That's pretty cool.
I've got one more stat thing.
Oh?
Sort of stat thing. If it'll work. Here we go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So this is the Saloon.tf odds right now. Publicly do have, what's the word? A handicap of like 1 point. So if it finishes 3-3, basically, if you bet on Publicly, you get everyone's skins.
Ooh, that's pretty enticing. I think that's a good bet.
Yeah, like 3 points, considering pretty much every game this season has finished 3-3.
Yeah.
One way or another. Any sort of stack is a good bet.
I'm crazy that the difference is that huge. People, take Max Money's advice and bet on Publicly. I mean, I don't know, maybe don't. I'm not, I've never won a saloon bet.
We don't want to get sued for some bad tips.
It's true. The only saloon bet I won didn't get processed. Because I just forgot to do the trade link on Steam. And it was like
you let it expire?
Yeah. It was like a proper, like, it was like some Wonderland game, so I was going to make mad money. And that's my experience of Saloon. Remember, people, always make sure your trades actually go through after you bet on Publicly. They're going to win one map. Even if they're complaining about servers. Why? Why are servers such a contested issue?
Are they live? Are they paused? Have they killed the server?
I have no idea. I thought my internet died for a second. They've just paused.
I don't know. They've just paused. It's not live in the future. It's not live real time. They've just paused.
Well, that's pretty crazy. I'm really... Wait, there's no reason to do this. They must have just shut down the server. Oh, we're back to the original STV. That's nice.
Keeping us guessing.
Yeah. This is part of the... Whoever team wanted to switch, this is part of their psychological mind game. Just changing servers all the time. It's how you beat Lego. Just get more mad because of servers. Now we know. Alright, I'm back in the old one and no one's here.
Same. In reality, though, they should all be fine. Like, they should all be fine on the same server. Like, they all live relatively close to each other.
True. Like all these Brits.
Brits, and then, like, what? Finnish people, Danish people.
Finnish people are pretty far.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Finland gets like 80 ping to every server. But France is mad close. Sweden isn't too far. It's like £10 of Ryanair, you know? And then...
They should just fly there to get better ping for the official.
Yeah, exactly.
Set up in the airport.
It's the future of TF2. We're just gonna play all our games in airports. I hate airports. Stansted, what was it? Like, when you're leaving the airport, there's nowhere to charge your phone. It's the worst thing. But enough of my minor quarrels. Back to talking about TF2, because that's important. Demo man, who have we got? Smire versus Spud. Smire has like a wealth ton more of experience, but I'm gonna hand this one to Spud. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Spud's, I don't know, Smire's really hit and miss. Like, sometimes he's really good, but he can find himself kind of caught out. And I think, like, Stark in particular likes to play on players' weaknesses, like individual weaknesses rather than team weaknesses.
Yeah.
So Smir quite often, I want to say gets out of position, but not like horrifically, but just slightly out of position. Takes maybe a bit too much damage. That is certainly something like someone could just get all over if they pressure Smir. He will just go down. And with AMS and Medico playing quite aggressive, and Atomic and Flip, neither of them particularly, you know, like a proper pocket scout by definition, like Haffy Call or someone like that.
Yeah.
It could certainly leave him a bit more exposed. Whereas Spud doesn't, partly because he's got Ass with him, but doesn't suffer the same kind of Same kind of slight mispositions.
Yeah, Spud's a beast. Like, his mechanics are insane. His rollouts are stupid quick. He barely misses pipes. He's got such good stickies. Like, I don't know.
He's just really solid all round.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
he's just an all-rounder.
Like, even when he's not like, you know, hitting all the mad shots or getting the kill streaks or whatever or mad damage, he's just consistent. Like, really consistent throughout everything, which I think is where Smur, like I said, you can get that sort of, it could go either way in a kind of fight.
Yeah, he has games where he just doesn't miss pipes. Like, Smeara hits like, just some crazy pipes. Pretty much the point I'm trying to make. Like, I don't know, he can have some really sick middles as well. And I think his calls for the team are doing quite good, like him and Kaya. It's not just about the pipes you hit, you know?
I think that's the main difference across a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? Just the consistency of Publiclir, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't where it is for Full Tilt.
As we change server again. Oh my god.
Still changing server? Oh.
Yeah, TF2. Why?
We have 12 players. We don't have one server.
I know. We need some, like, non-slacker to just pay for all the servers. Who volunteers? Everyone in chat who volunteers. Give me a kappa. Because you're not really volunteering. I hope that chat's full of kappas, dude.
Mainly just dogs.
Probably dogs. Do we know where they've gone to? Which server? Okay, David's finding it. Sick.
Nice.
We're sorry for the delays, people. It's not our fault. It's the players. Be sure to add them on Steam and harass them. Because some players can't stand having 70 ping.
God forbid.
God forbid.
What kind of world is it we live in?
I know. If you complain to the Israelis, they get God ping to every server.
110 ping to every server, no complaints.
No, well, some. Some.
Only once the map is lost.
Yeah. They don't really complain about it too much, but if they get 5-0'd.
Meanwhile, there's some other TF2 action tonight as well on Team Fortress TV2. If you guys want even more TF2, in Lego versus Planet Express. Two sort of, I don't know, Team 2 are kind of choked for first part of the season. But now we're going to play each other, so we're going to see who's going to choke the least. Over on TFTV2 with Beta and Turbo Tabs and Suo. So that's live at the same time as this. Probably before this, by the time we actually start.
They've probably gone live, dude.
Yeah.
They're already through the first map.
They're on interviews right now.
Yeah, they do that part where it's like, let's see what's going on in the other stream. Oh, they haven't started the first map. Okay.
I quite like it, you know, from a personal point of view, because it means I can cast this game, and by the time the other game starts, I can still catch the second map.
Oh,
live.
yeah, true. That is quite nice.
Unfortunately, we're on the wrong end of it this time.
We're the ones making the sacrifice.
Putting in
TFTV owes us one, dude.
Clark, make sure you put in for your overtime after this cast.
Yeah. If only. Yeah, that'd be so sick, getting paid to cast. Just talking about a video game. It makes no sense. How is that a profession?
They're starting them. I'm the wrong S.
No, dude. 06 is the report.
06?
Yeah. I'm
was
in,
on
dude.
01.
They're all here. Oh, get destroyed. To keep up with the mumble, dude.
I don't read mumble unless it's literally a connect string.
Oh, fair enough.
if there's any words, I won't read it. If it's a series of numbers, I'm all over it.
Poor David's just like, UNCX ? They're starting.
I am now in. I am now ready. They are 12 on. They're on CP process. So I imagine we might actually go live in a short amount of time. What are you feeling scoreline-wise for this first map, Max?
Okay, because I want Publiclir to win, and I think this is the best bet, so if they're going to win on any map tonight, I'm going to say it's this one, and I'm going to say it's going to be 4-3 with like a really close last round that's back and forth.
I'm going to go 2-2, and then Publiclir will win the golden cap. Okay.
Yeah. If there's a golden cap, put your money on Publiclir. Sounds very reasonable. They should be going live pretty soon, I imagine, that they're all finally in a server they agree on.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird one, this one, because obviously we've not seen either team, or any team really play Process so far this season. Was it Process? Did they play Process last week? I can't remember. Maybe they did.
I don't know the maps.
Not memorably.
I've missed half of my officials, so I have no idea what the maps are. But yeah, I guess...
it'll be tight. This is their best chance as well. This is Publiclir's best chance. It'll be a lot harder on Granary.
Yeah,
just because of the soldier dominant.
It was like a different roster, but it was the same core, and they still took like this map off of Reason at DreamHack. Like, so that's... And lands where it matters, so much more. So that's like pretty good. So if anyone could do this, it's, your boys Publiclir.
Yeah, and that was on Kaya calling that as well.
Yeah.
So.
But Nation was there. So they're probably even better.
Yeah, even better. Here we go. It's going to be Publiclir versus Full Tilt on CP Process in this Week 4 ETF2L fixture. We're going to see Publiclir on blue and Full Tilt on red as both teams roll out to mid. It looks like Stark's got there nice and early, but there's no one for him to shoot at yet. He denies for high ground for Atomic as both teams try and get some position. AMS and Medico making their way around this right-hand side, but it's going to be Stark who goes in first. He's getting focused down, but Spud is trying to plow forward and gets a load of damage on there right now. Meanwhile, AMS is up in the air, still destroys him. AMS with one final attempt at a launch in that mid gets absolutely shut down, and Publicly only have 3 people, and they're having to back it up right now.
Yeah, they're going to try and keep the numbers alive as Full Tilt aren't stopping this aggression train going right off the back of that excellent mid. Like, Stark just had so much aggression, pinned them back in the choke early, and then Full Tilt just capitalized when Amps tried to make that like final desperate play. Still was ready with that dank air shot, and now we're on this classic pushing last situation, which a lot of teams have not been the best at recently. Proland are set up here for Publicly. They got the sniper and the heavy. Both Ubers are in play, so there should be a nice even last hold, but I think Full Tilt are going to take some time to talk over the strats, maybe tell Stark, how they do things.
Yeah, I mean, so far this season we've seen a lot of games, and we've seen a large variety of teams be really bad at pushing a variety of last points. So I imagine the game's going to slow down. Looks like we've just gone to sack Stark, basically, so they're taking a nice and controlled approach, perhaps bringing Stark back on Sniper so they can just stay in control of their ground and just keep working the angles and just making it a matter of time. We do see Atomic on the counter Sniper though, so it's all going to be Stark against Atomic, Britain against Latvia.
This is going to be pretty good. These are 2 really capable snipers. Stark is in through this choke right now. Full Tilt trying to keep the pressure up. Oh, Stellantis is just actually going to pick up Flip in the lobby area, I guess. Flip trying to make some kind of play going on. And Full Tilt are going to start getting a bit aggressive now in this. They're on this far right side. They spot out the soldier, jump in. Still no Uber used from them. He's going to take up top while the rest of Full Tilt is still slowly getting in. Oh my god, headshot from Stark onto Atomic there. Both Ubers used out now. Smire going down as well. This is good, and the hold is going so well for Publicly right now. There's some time on the point. Oh no, the cap, sorry. Full Tilt, I got so lost in that fight. Full Tilt, cap out the round.
Yeah, Full Tilt took full advantage of that first pick. Like that early pick that Sil got, and they just got all over in that process last and just made it so difficult. In the end, Kaya played it quite well in terms of getting his soldier in to make sure the Uber exchange happened before he got headshot, before they lost anyone else. But the remaining Publicly players were so scattered, and there was nothing they could do to hold that point once the cap time was there. And now we see both soldiers going fast. Medico and Stark go in to try and hit each other. Both people fail as we see the rest of the teams come up. Lots better high ground right now for Full Tilt as they are just mowing them back, putting loads of damage onto the flank here. AMS is going to try and go in. He's got some pressure onto Koss, but he can't take him down. And Sil has just been up top, and this entire mid just raining down damage. Only 3 people left for Publicly once again, and another mid win for Full Tilt.
Oh yeah, Smir's getting caught on the PC area, is going to get taken down by Stark. Should have been a bit quicker, but he got that pack. Full Tilt have all their numbers up. That was such a dominant mid there. Really great play from the soldiers. Just get up top and deny all the ground that's possible. Full Tilt are keeping the aggression rolling. Stark trying to see if he can get anything happen in that rollout area, but he can't. But they actually are still going. Stellantis is in here. He's going to try and take this Uber in. They're going to pick up Atomic right away with the push. Uber's still not been used for Publicly, though. This is really good for them. Full Tilt just going to back out. Kaya saving his Uber there. Really solid play from Publicly. Oh no, the Force does come out. Right as I say it, Stellantis trades for that. Kaya down to 30 HP.
Yeah, Kaya surfed it away, but surfed straight into the wall, so it was an easy shot for Sil. So Kaya just popped. Smart play. and the Uber advantage is only about 20-30%, and on this process last, that's not actually that big. But no off classes from Publiclir right now. But I imagine we're just going to see Koss and his team wait to build up that Uber advantage, building it really hard, and then you're just going to see them throw in maybe Spud and Silentis to try and pick off Kaya before he can get the rest of his Uber. And it's actually up to 40% right now as they come in. Spud's going to fluff his jump in, but in comes Till, knocks Kaya in, traps him before he can get back into spawn. They got what they wanted, now they can just play the heals and slowly but surely wear down these Publiclir players who are just coming at them one by one. And this is just making it easy for the full tilt team.
Yeah, and
as they all chasing those frags.
It was just Flip and Spirit remaining. They were nowhere near the point where everyone started to go off. Alright, this is not what I was expecting. 2-0 super quickly. 24 minutes 56 seconds remaining with full tilt 2 rounds up. Publicly are going to have to get it back together and hopefully maybe have a good mid that can get them back into it. Because right now full tilt is just running away with it. They're just being so aggressive and Publicly can't do anything to stop it.
Yeah, full tilt aren't even, like, they're not really being contested for the high ground, so it's just allowing Silentis to put out so much damage on these mids. And giving Stark a lot of free reign as well, which we see Stark go early into PC this time. Again, the high ground for Silentis and Ast. Here comes Medico, straight onto Spud, going to get the knife pretty easily, but they do pick off Stark in PC area. And now we don't see any high ground for full tilt, as Medico's going to pick up another one, forces them back, and now we see full tilt in full retreat. 4 people remaining, but it looks like Flip already wants to try and get aggressive.
Yeah, he's trying to make something happen, just bait someone a bit forward, full tilt not falling for it, they keep backing up to their second, raining these stickies down, buying as much time as possible. Publicly get a pick onto Thalash as well, then this is not looking good for full tilt. They've only got their Uber now, there might be an exchange happening in this upper PC area, while they're still capping the point. Of full tilt going to block? No, it looks like they're just going to back up to their last, and it's going to be both Ubers in place for a last push.
Yeah, Talash down, Ast on 2 HP and no real position, so they're just going to play it safe. Set themselves up on last. And it looks like they want to come in straight away. MS trying to lead it in, taking out exchange, but Koss is able to milk for quite a bit on Sil. As he now tries to get out. Sil's going to try and chase. He's got some backup from his scout, but Publicly do a good job of getting in and getting out without losing any bodies. So we're just going to see a reset of everything right now, but it doesn't look like Publicly had much of a plan to come back in afterwards. Their combo got separated during that.
Yeah, I think it was called like that their Uber wasn't going to be good, so just back out and everyone stay alive, and then we'll just go from there. Stark tried to make a play at the tail end of that, but no, he couldn't really get anything going. Now we have the Lash on Sniper trying to get something else going. Full tilt don't want to be on that last, it seems. That was a really good push by Publicly, I think. Like, the moment they realized it wasn't going their way, they just got back, they backed out, they reset the Ubers, and now we're just going to wait for the same thing to happen again.
Yeah, really good control out of that. We still see Talash on that defensive sniper trying to get aggressive in lobby. He's getting pressured out now. They are on the hunt. Stark's going to be forced back as well. But it looks like they maybe want to try and get this pick on Talash right now. Publicly have come really deep. Both teams nearly have Uber, but Talash and Stark are both really weak. The Uber's popped off. Once again, Koss should be able to get a much better milk out of this. He is forced on the other side of it. And Publicly look like they want to try and stay in. They're forced to stay in, but both soldiers are coming aggressively. One's going to go down, but Kaya will go down as well. But the rest of the Publicly players are just coming in from all angles. They're just picking everyone up. It's Sil versus the world right now, and he can't get a proper jump onto the point, and Publicly bring it back to a 1-round difference.
Nice, that's exactly what they needed. After those 2 quick rounds, they just come back, have a good middle, set that up for a nice second push, just reset the Ubers, and then come back in and win a really solid last push there. It came down pretty close, but they knew their health was good towards the end of the fight, so they just stayed in, and the scouts cleaned up and they won the round. I hope they can keep this rolling. CX, take me away, what happens on this middle?
We're going to see Smurg getting it earlier, but he's opting not to go for the health pack, just to wait for an arrow from Kaya before going forward. We see Stark taking a slower approach in this mid as well for full tilt. Again, still on that high ground nice and early. Spud's going to try and move forward, but he gets pressured early. Now comes the bomb from Stark, much more direct. But Medico's going to focus down Spud, set up a frag for Flip. Flip's fighting 2 players on the left. Atomic's trying to help him. Publicly are focusing different people, but so are full tilt, and they're going to come out on top, and Publicly want to try and catch these retreating players right now. But Talash is still behind, he's going to get in, he's onto Onkaya. Onkaya's down so low, Talash is going to pick up a frag. Now the soldiers come out for full tilt to try and defend it. They pick off Smur as well, but it costs Silentis his life. And now it looks like AMS wants to go deep. He's got Koss above the spawn, he's going to go for it. He misses 1 rocket, hits the second rocket, can't get the final rocket off to kill off the medic before he's taken down by Stark. And Publicly make a pretty good attempt considering where they lost on Kaya, but not keeping track of where the people were falling out on mids really cost them there.
Yeah, they just sort of chased from mid to last to now. Oh, he's going for the play, but Medico can't quite get it, hiding behind the rock. But both teams getting to mid at pretty much the same time, but with Publiclir that number down, they know it's not their fight to take. Although Spud wants to take it right to him, going really far forward, trying to get some pipes on the scouts. Doesn't quite connect anything. Atomic, however, does go pretty low. So Publiclir are going to hold on as Full Tilt push on through. Sully through choke, jumping forward. Amps jumps in the air right now. Just drops down. Can he get onto the medic? Amps drops. Costs. Oh my god. Worth. The rest of Full Tilt pretty low. They should be backing up right now, trying to get the health back. I think the Scout is trying to go in behind. Can he get the play going? He's taking the 1v1 with Flip, and he's just going to get taken down. Rest in peace, the Lash. What a plays.
I know, it looks so good for Full Tilt in complete control after Koss. I think Koss made AMS miss his rockets on last, thought he could do the same again. But this time, AMS hits for, I think it was a direct, or at least a big damage rocket, takes down Koss. And that's going to allow Publiclir to take control of mid and get a fat Uber advantage to come to CP2 with.
Yeah, Koss only on 13% right now, holding all the way back on their balcony. They're not looking to commit to this one too hard. It looks like Publicly want to take the safe bet and push through the sewers. Some of the Full Tilt players are getting forward ready for this one. They're coming all the way from this hard left side, jumping onto the point right now. There is a sniper on the field, and he's trying to deny the soldiers. Solly bombing in right now and does get the force. Almost gets rocked by that air shot there. Start going to get finished up by Flip. The rest of Publicly can keep on pushing right now. They see the sniper, but with the stickies there, Hams decides to just back up. They're going to take second, Heavy and Sniper up for Full Tilt.
AMS wants to go. AMS hasn't finished launching. He fails his launch, and he's going to launch back out of there. Reset himself. He wanted to take that because he saw an opportunity when there was a player down. He could sort of risk his life. But plays it safe. Now Flip isn't playing it safe. Goes in, pulls people back. But Koss is nearly at his Uber, and Full Tilt want to move off this straight away.
Yeah, they're going in
full use of it.
They're going in pretty early. Spud's going to jump in straight onto the second point, but Amps does pick up the Lash, and now we have two players going behind both the soldiers in the rollout. Starkey does clean up Medico, and Medico trades with Starkey in the end. Full Tilt now use their Uber. They kill off Smire. We do actually have Atomic behind, though, on the last point.
He's got
no one
two.
to contest him. Can he do it? The point's pretty much kept with no one there to stop him. 2-2 the score to Publicly. Could the tilt be happening?
I don't know. I didn't see quite what happened. Like, AMS went deep, took out Talash, but he was really low. Then Medico goes the same way through that rollout area. Trades with Stark. So Full Tilt feel like, even though, they've lost their player covering last, now they've actually picked up. They've dealt with two backcap threats.
Yeah, what happened was the combo just assumed that the flank was going to clean up whatever was behind, so they pushed really deep with the Uber, but then they got nothing happened with it, and Atomic got behind and capped. Let's see if he can do anything on this middle right now. Publicly playing these mids kind of slow again. This coordinated bomb from Full Tilt's looking really good for them, but their health isn't that good. However, Silentis does pick off Medico, Stark onto Flip, and Atomic now goes down to Silentis on the flank. Only 3 remaining for Publicly. Full Tilt should look like they should keep pushing this one, CommanderX.
Yeah, Spencer's crushed him on middle now, and he's already through into CP2. We see Spud and the rest of the Full Tilt team walking in right now. It looks like they want to fight it. He's launched in the air. Silentis is going to absolutely destroy AMS. I think Spud might have hit him as well, and now they force Publicly in a terrible position. Smur's going to get one. He's got nothing loaded, so it's going to be so hard to get anything else. Flip is now juggled up. They Uber now just to clean up these frags with ease. They're so deep onto the Publicly last right now, just trying to clean up these frags. Silentis just get picked off, and the spawns have come in. Maybe Full Tilt have actually thrown this away, and that spawn wave's just going to stop their aggression completely.
Right as Publicly's Uber faded, Smire hit this pipe onto Spud, and Koss knocked Koss down to 50 HP, and Koss just used... I think you could call that the pussy pop, I don't know. I think that's of your opinion. He might have thought the scout would hit him again for 50 and he didn't want to drop again. But that means that they had to rush this push through rollout, and they just completely got crushed as they did it. They had some good positioning at the start, but they were 2 down.
I know, it might have worked out better. Sil just went really deep. Like, as soon as they got in, like, he pushed it like they were pushing against 3 people. Do you know what I mean? Just went really deep to put out as much damage as quickly as possible, not really caring if he goes down, because they got the numbers advantage, but because they didn't actually have the numbers advantage, it messed it up. And now we see the Uber actually coming out from AMS and Kaya. They're trying to force it. Koss still has his Uber, and AMS isn't able to get the force. AMS is now trapped behind. He's going to just try and go again, but Ast is all over him, protecting Koss, securing that point. I like it from Publicly. Like, I like the idea, the kind of, the aggression, but it might have cost him quite severely here.
I think they countered that Uber advantage really well. I think they pushed on 10%. It looked like it was intentional, but Ants couldn't quite do it. And now this Uber that he failed to force is coming in onto their last Atomic's going to be the first casualty. Full Tilt just going all over them right now. Kaya gets taken down by Spud as they come out of their spawn. It's just too late. 3-2 the score to Full Tilt. Whoa. Okay,
Unnecessary. Like,
give a game.
Yeah, 15 minutes left still in the game. 3-2. So my 2-2 prediction is looking a little bit...
Mathematically impossible, I think is the word.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any rules in ETF2L where you could get like a round deducted from you. But I'm hoping there is right now. But yeah, really tight. Publicly, probably didn't need to make the decision at that time of the game. But still 15 minutes left, only a round down, and Stark's taking a lot of damage as we go onto this middle. We see AMS getting around that right-hand side as well. He's doing the skip jump. He's going all the way for Koss. One rocket in the air, misses the air shot. Hits Koss again. Medico's going to come in and finish it up. The aggression from the soldiers here of Publicly have opened it up so much, but now they need to clean up these remaining players. Onkaya's got a scout behind and a soldier in front. And Smear and Flip are going to do a superb job of cleaning them up. And Spud was busy laying sticky traps on CP2.
Yeah, I think he just
Team player
believe.
Much.
It's for the logs, dude. I don't know, I think
Kaya was so low.
Yeah, my MVP of that mid has to be Kaya. He juked around the Solly on the red crate, like, amazingly, then he drops down and keeps heals on his team in that 3v3, and it just enables them to, like, open up and keeps his demo and scout alive, and stays alive, down to 16 HP, clutch play from him. And now they're just going to walk into CP2, Spud's trap, sort of not doing anything, and they're going to get that, and we're going to have...
Yeah, it was on the pipe and Baroque as he come in, but it didn't get anything done. So now we're going to see a clear sort of 40, going on 30% now advantage for Publicly to come in with. They're going to flood through Scout and Soldier, trying to take on a Sentry. Talash is just keeping it alive though, and this Sentry has completely stunted this. They take it down now, and the Dispenser, but it took their entire Uber and cost half their players half their health as well. As now Full Tilt are going to have an opportunity to go forward with this. And it looks like Spud and Costa are already moving into this lobby area. Still wants to go already. Walks straight into a sticky trap.
Yeah, that sticky trap's going to buy him a lot of time after that failed last push, which was pretty much came down to indecision and nothing else. They didn't know whether they should focus the sentry or the heavy, and neither died. But now they're going to try and fix that as the Uber gets used onto second. They're going to try and get players behind. They've got two. Can they cap it out? Are they going to get stock times 3 on the point? Times 2. Oh, Atomic and AM's just getting shut down. But the fight on second is still happening, and it looks like it's going in the way of Flip and Kaya. But now with the rest of the respawners coming in from Full Tilt, Kaya's just backing up. Can Flip get a frag trade? Arrow barely missing him. He's still fighting the scout. Another arrow missed. Kaya's trying his damnedest. Flip's just going to walk out. Okay.
I think Talash was a thought the arrow hit or something, because he backed off in that fight like just after the arrow came.
Oh.
So I don't know if he thought it hit or something and then just didn't want to take the fight, you know, against a full health scout without full ammo. But yeah, anyway, we see Full Tilt come in, backing off this mid, but Publicly are getting dangerously close Uber. They're going to pick off Ast as well, so a bit of mistimed aggression there from Full Tilt is going to open the door for Publicly to bring this Uber charge right into the... We see AMS and Onkaya ploughing forward. They're going to jump in, but they don't need to use it. Full Tilt have just put distance between themselves and the oncoming players, but here comes Flip and AMS. Koss on 90%. He's quite far away from the aggressive Publicly players, so we're just going to stack the point instead. Koss has to pop, but they all get juggled away. They land on the point in time and clean up Atomic and AMS. And now Full Tilt have all their spawns. Flip is going to try and go. This was maybe optimistic. He's going to kill Spud though. Gets the trade, buys a little bit of time as well as Smur and Kaya are getting out of there.
I like the getting on the point. I was like making the best out of a bad situation. Like Koss was getting the Zero, so it was pretty much safe. So it's like, let's just try and make a play on the point. And now we have a soldier bombing into that choke, not getting anything going other than another soldier. They're all in for choke now, trying to get as much damage possible. They're really weak, however they do pick Ast and Stark off thanks to Medico and Atomic, and now Full Tilt are going to be all the way back on their last. All of that was in vain. Uber's coming up pretty quickly, and Publicly are playing this one aggressively.
Yeah, that was all AMS on that bomb, and now we see AMS taking it in as well. He's going to have an Uber charge, popped on Smear and AMS. AMS is so low in this though. They are able to get 2 frags, and we're just going to cap off a point with that cap time they already got. And that play all was set up by Full Tilt trying to pressure choke, both Full Tilt scouts, and then AMS just saw an opportunity, jumped through, did so much damage to both scouts because they were grouped up, and it just made it easy for Atomic and Medico to open that point up.
Really solid play from Publicly. Props to them, making my 4-3 look pretty realistic with 11 minutes left in this game. This middle should be pretty damn good. Stark rolling out very fast, going to this PC area after taking Smire's pack. What's he going to do with this? He's just going to jump back to his team, reset a situation. It looks like Full Tilt are trying to take this high ground. Both solos have jumped across right now, but Medico is going to be the first pick. Smire's getting some good damage with his stickies onto Full Tilt, but it's only removing their buffs. He can't get anything else. He's just going to get sectioned off from his team and taken down by Stark. The rest of Publiclir are just backing up right now, and Full Tilt are rotating to this choke.
Yeah, Spud's going to come jumping through as well. Silentis is going to follow it up. They're both being denied right now, but meanwhile Stark's got himself in behind. Here he comes from behind Stark. One rocket onto Onkai. Onkai's going to have to pop.
Oh, if Flip didn't kill him, that would have been incredible. He rocket jumped off of Uber Kaya's head, but after such an impressive play, his team's actually going to finish it up with this Uber. They are 2 down, but can they pick off Publiclir? As they're all separated all over the place. Some players in sewers and PC. They're going to collapse on him now. Smear trying to find these stickies as all of them are in choke, trying to retreat. And Kai's going to go down, so no heals for them. Oh, one air shot on mid. Can he get the double? Not quite. The skill stick is out. But Silentis finally going to pick off Medico. And right now we have Full Tilt still back on their middle, while Publiclir are looking to claim it, CommanderX.
Yeah, they're going deep. One big rocket on from AMS onto Koss is going to launch him safely onto the health pack. And this aggression from Publiclir, it's just pinning him back. And here comes Atomic to finish it off. Takes down Koss. They're going to cap mid as well, and that sheer aggression, like Kaya went down when Full Tilt popped that Uber, and then Publiclir just turned it on and just pushed them all the way back with no heals, no anything. Picked the medic, capped middle, really great aggressive play.
That was the testosterone play for them. They just chased all of the possible frags, and now they're ready to be pushing second with a nice fat 40% Uber advantage. It's looking pretty good for them, although...
All we got to do is not get a headshot.
Yeah, I believe.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, Thalash is a pretty damn sick, nasty sniper, but I think they're going to go PC to avoid that, because it's... I don't know, Thalash goes sniper a lot, it's not easy to... It's not hard to predict, well, because you can just guess it a lot, you know?
Yeah, and they've already forced Stark out of there as they're starting to move this in. Only on 90%, moving nice and quickly. They have to be careful with these stickies Spud has above the top of it though, and we're just waiting for that last bit of Uber, and it's like AMS is going to burst around the corner, try and get some frags all over Spud right now. They get Spud, but not a lot else.
Yeah, Silentis even takes down Medico on the flank. That's not that good for Publiclir, but they are going to get the point because Full Tilt were pretty much committed to backing out. So now
AMS
back
wants to go.
Oh, AMS. He's in pretty deep. He's in even deeper. He sees that there's a heavy. Where's he going to go? He's going to get onto the medic. He gets one rocket onto Costa, sends him to 90 HP. Trying to be a hero.
He does pretty well considering Koss was on the other side of the map and there was like 2 soldiers, a scout and a heavy in between him and the medic. Maybe shouldn't have gone, but now we see Medico coming. Koss is going to pop straight away. Sees Medico straight on top of his head, but now Medico's playing for the backup. He's drawn some people back. He's killed one. He's still fine. The Uber's actually coming to come back and deal with Medico as he jumps to the point. And this has allowed Publiclir to stabilise their position on CP2. 4v4. Still looks like he wants to go. He's going big. He gets denied just onto the point. He's going to jump again, trying to get damage. Gets one rocket onto Kaya, and he's made a lot of space for his team there. But I don't think Full Tilt will have the resources to keep that pressure on. Now that Kaya has his Uber, and now here comes AMS once again.
In super deep with his Uber, trying to cut off this soldier with his rockets, and there's also a heavy in the spawn. The stickies on the point. They've got the sentry again. This Uber didn't really do anything for him. Smira does take down the sentry gun and Stark though. Soldier behind of Ams just drops down to finish off Spud. This is looking really good for Publiclir, except for the health. It's not that good, so Thalash picks up 2 kills along with Ast cleaning it up. Only Kaya remaining. Koss killing Flip there. Kaya's already backing up. He's getting chased though. Will he be able to finish him off, CommanderX?
Talash is all over it, but here comes Atomic. Atomic's going to land a lot of damage onto Talash. Should be able to clean up this kill now. And now it looks like Publiclir might want to fight it. This is maybe ill-advised, they're going to call it. I mean, they had a great opportunity to push last now. Why AMS decided he needed to take it in solo with gunboats against everything on Process last, I have no idea. Like, it was a great opportunity. All they needed to do was hesitate for 5 seconds, and they probably could have done it. And now we see they're now getting pushed all the way back to mid by Full Tilt. Silentis cleaning up a couple of people with that Uber.
Yeah, picked off Atomic before he even came in, then when he did, he picked off Medico. Smirai kills Spud, however. This trades with Smirai, only 3 remaining and not great health either. Full Tilt should be winning this second, well, half second, half mid push. They're not really sure what it is, but it does let Publiclir stay and get their positions ready for this hold. Oh my god, Flip getting rocked there by a little direct. Full Tilt should be looking to push in while both demos are still out of the equation, and that's just what they're doing, CommanderX.
Full Tilt are out of sync though, like their scouts are just getting caught off, they're taking loads of damage and still doesn't really want to commit. And now we see Talash even going down. Medico's helping the flank out as well as Kaya brings this Uber in. AMS is deep, but Kaya can't catch up to him. Meanwhile, Stark's behind all of this as well. I think Stark's going to get on the back cap. Yep, Stark's going to get on the back cap. All he needs is the full tilt team to block right now. They're getting some butt. No? No,
nope, looks like they've just completely sold him out. Nope, sorry, we don't agree with that play. But he is planning to keep one player behind. I think that's Flip. But David just whispered us he's the sideshow, you know? That's what he's got to do. Flip just ignores him. He realizes it's just completely pointless. So he's going to join his team on this fight here as Amps gets a nice force out of cost there. Spud going down to 5 HP as well. Is this Solentis in pretty deep trying to equalize? He gets some rockets onto Smido, but I don't think he's going to be able to take him down. Stark finally goes down from behind. And this fight is going Publicler's way, but Ast on 7 HP, both soldiers down. I think they should have... Oh no, people are still making plays.
Kaya's made him miss every shot. One way shot at the end of a pistol. Talash missed like his first 3 or 4 shots and then cleans it up. Flip and Atomic couldn't find it in time. And how Ast cleans up one helps Spud on mid, and now Atomic is in between a rock and a hard place. Ast is just mowing them down right now, and that looks so good for Publiclir. And then they just, like, Kaya put in such a good effort. And was just let down by his scouts.
Oh, damn scout. Who's next to me? Can't on Publiclir for that. That's the real question. Damn's the snake. Hashtag. Thank you.
2 new scouts by the end of this map.
Before Granary. Denier and Herpy are back. And midway through Granary Nation comes back.
Now we see Solentis taking this Uber in through 1 right now. He's done an AMS bow and has just taken a solo Uber in on process last. He's gained space, if not damage and frags. Now Talash and Scylla going up top behind. Smear's going to stick it up though, and that should help shut it down. Scylla was just going to try and force his way through though. Trades with Medico but goes into the sentry. Now we see Spud stacking for the point. They've just got all the cap time on it. And full tilt, as soon as they got rid of that sentry, just played the point. Exploited how grouped up Publiclir were and take the lead with 4 minutes left.
Oh my god, my prediction's looking good. A 4-minute round? I think that can happen. Alright, I'm gonna predict a nice clean middle here. I think Publiclir are gonna lose it, then push back from second. That's what I'm seeing right now. Although I did predict them to win, but I got the rounds right, you know? That's all that matters. Anyway, on this middle, both scouts for Publiclir playing up top. Soldiers are full tilt and now going to start contesting them. Each player has taken their own right side. We do have a soldier bombing in super deep. They're now going behind. It's Amps. Kloss is going to be the first casualty, though, thanks to him. But 2 picks come the way of Smiro, Amps, and Kaya goes down to Thalash as well. Solid play. Flip the only one remaining in super deep. Just takes down Spud. Can he get out though? He's taking the 1v3 and doesn't quite win. It's going to be a wipe for Publiclir.
Yeah, now we see Stark going super deep into lobby already. AMS and Smur going to spawn. I think Stark's just trying to gain some information and some position. Going to start the cap now. Publiclir aren't going to be able to challenge this right now. They're only just getting their spawn. But Publiclir with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Probably, and on their own last, probably need to make a non-Ubered push right about now. And now this will be their best chance when there's no heals on full tilt.
Yeah, Amps agrees with you. He's jumping really deep right now, trying to get some damage onto Solentis, but can't quite get it. His team is capping the point, which is good for them. And full tilt has just chosen to start to back out. They know they've got this Uber advantage. They can push in whenever. They can start to play the clock, play it a bit slower, you know, make Publiclir work harder for theirs. Let's see how they play this one, especially now knowing that they have the Uber advantage.
Yeah, they're going to go in. Solentis is going deep, or Stark even, straight onto Onkaya. They're going to get crushed at this choke. AMS and Medico able to get some trades. AMS is now still in. Oh wow, they've all left cost! Straight for AMS! AMS now has to fight 3 more people. Can't take him down, but gets the medic. 2 minutes left, and that medic pick might have just about given them something to work with, and it looks like it's Pritz for Kaya. And Smur and Atomic already want to move forward. Cost still 2 seconds away from spawning. I would start pushing now if I was Publiclir.
Yeah, I don't get the crits. I get that you want the advantage, but if you end up holding last, you know, you end up with crits on last. It might not be the best thing. And especially now that he dies. Oh no, they are going to cap the second. It's like the only good thing about this. Maybe one soldier is going to try and go for something Medico in the sewers area. Oh, okay, everyone's on this train. Nice direct onto the scout there, but Amps is just going to die straight away to a trap from Spud. The Kaya's still dead as well. This is not looking good for Publiclir. Now they're all dead except for Medico and Flip. Can they make something happen? They're kind of close together. Can they regroup? No, Flip just sort of bails, and I don't think Medico's going to get anything. He's actually just going to die to Thalash. He's been having a beast of a game.
Yeah, Talash really warming up towards the end of this, just, especially when Full Tilt got in that lead. The scouts from Full Tilt have just been cleaning everything up, and now we see Publiclir just at a loss, really. As Full Tilt look like they want to hammer this home and make it 5-3 before the timer's up. We see Sil take down Flip as he forces Uber. Now one rocket going to take down Medico as well. 3 frags already in this Uber for Full Tilt. Celentes forcing Smur back into spawn. He's going to have to rotate. Can't rotate quickly enough. 5-3 and Full Tilt take all 3 points.
Wow. It was pretty convincing by Full Tilt towards the end. That they just sort of sat in their rollout and killed everyone. And usually if you're in that position, you're pretty done, because you're just going to get hit by Splash. But no, they just stood their ground and killed everyone. Thalash killed like 1 million people there. Like 10 kills or something crazy. I don't even understand.
It's weird.
Just go right.
So say in that last round, right? Well, not this one that's happening now, but that last round. Talash got 9 kills, top damage in that round. Of a total of 20 kills Talash got all game. So we really see Talash sort of like warming up towards the end right there. I think in the last couple of rounds he got like 75% of his kills or something.
Yeah. Just had a monster game. There was one point right at the end where he chased Kaya into 1, and Amps went through rollout and he just killed Kaya. And then Amps almost killed him, and Ast came in and saved his back. Great play from Full Tilt, putting on a show. Celentes hitting some damn nice air shots on middle. Let's see how many he hit in the logs. What a transition. 19! What the fuck? Not even on Granary yet.
Yeah, Granary's like, you know, like you can farm air shots on Granary because of the way, like the geometry of the map. This is process. These are all proper air shots.
Oh my god, he also did 10k damage, only taking 8.1, 25 thrags, 7 assists, and 13 deaths. Damn, what a game.
Yeah. You know what it all came from as well? Like it was really sort of even, you know, and it was 3-3, or even 4-3, do you know what I mean? It was really kind of iffy. And then there was that one play where Stark was on the back cap, and Full Tilt just said, no, we're not going to block. And just left Stark. Like, from that point on, it all started going pretty comfortably for Full Tilt. I don't know why. It just seems like a weird coincidence of hanging him out to dry.
Complaining, you know. Why aren't we doing this? Come on. Let's do reason strats. Yo, have you seen Ast KD? KD
yeah.
even?
25 kills, 27 assists, 7 deaths.
27 assists. That's a lot. 7.4 KD. That's Haffy's jealous of that, dude. What the hell?
Oh, so bear in mind, so what's 25 plus 27? 52?
Yeah.
And Full Tilt got a total of 107 kills, of which Ast was involved in 52 of those. Like, literally, like, every other kill that happens, or just slightly under, Ast was involved in.
It was 1.
Yeah, it was 1.
He's
but
just like, no.
Yeah, it just really, Full Tilt playing how they want to play, do you know what I mean? Like, Spud and Sil, you can see him top of the damage charts.
Yeah.
Just setting it up for us to just get involved in all of those, you know?
What a god. There's a button I bet you don't normally click on logs, but I want you to now, and it's HP. Look who stands out at number 1.
Farming the health.
Almost double Stark with 107 health pack pickups. And the next player being Medico with 67. That's pretty crazy. Is he not getting healed?
He took 12%, but yeah. He's just farming health. What happened if you see what he did on mid? Like every mid, Smur wouldn't go for his health pack.
Just took a health pack, yeah.
Because he was worried Stark would go fast. So Stark just saw Smur waiting for an arrow at choke and thought, well, if you don't want the health pack, I will help myself. Then jumped around and picked up some more health packs. Like it's what Blaze used to do on like process mids, like a while back. He used to he'd do like the fast jump, get his own health pack, or get the enemy team's health pack on mid, get his own health pack, go into the enemy Sirs, get their health pack, and then go and get the health pack in his own Sirs as well, just like literally just darting around farming health packs on mid. And it's just really effective because you're jumping across the mid at all points, but there's a medium health pack at the end of every avenue. So you're able to just create like mad distraction and allow everyone else to get the high ground, because everyone's trying to shoot you, whereas you're not even trying to shoot anyone. You maybe just drop like 1 or 2 rockets. That's not quite what Stark was doing. He was playing around, what was it called? PC quite a lot, but it's a similar kind of idea. Just farming health packs, denying the other team having them. Even if Stark only gains 30 health from them, or 15 health from it, he denies the other team with a chance to get that, that 100 HP health pack. Kaya's having to hesitate every middle to get the arrow out. And they're kind of trapped. Like, if Smur can't beat, exactly. Otherwise they're gambling on Smur 1v1ing Stark every mid. And it is a gamble, whether you're the best demo man in the world or just pretty good. Like, it's a gamble every time. So it kind of traps them in a way.
Yeah, especially like if you're trying to retreat and there's no health packs as well. That's pretty bad. You can get cut off by like a scout or something really easily. And Smur is, I don't know. I don't feel like he's been too like impactful on these mids really just yet. I think it's all been kind of on his sullies and scouts. Like, he's had some plays here and there. He had like one nice pipe for a force and stuff. But generally, I think Spud's been having like way more impact on the game. I could go pretty ham on Granary.
We talked about before, just consistent damage, like, and that's why you're able to see like Ast get all these frags and assists, because he knows there's constant damage.
He only has to hit for 25.
Yeah, it's just do 20 damage like every other shot, and you'll get a free K.
What a beautiful life.
Really casual.
Yeah, this is what I do. I mean, imagine he sounds like that because he's from Finland, right? Like, other than ants, they all speak like this in Finland, right? I don't even... Oh, that's the Finnish community hates me.
No, keep going, Max. This is good. This is quality broadcasting.
All of Finland hates me now. Yay. I'm sorry, Finland. I think I should just leave.
It is kind of interesting seeing how Stark, I don't know, a kind of very indirect impact, on that map. Do you know what I mean? No real like showy plays, but just a constant threat, constantly behind.
Yeah, you're always thinking about
stuff up on mid. Yeah,
which could take attention away from like other important things. Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the whole combo from Full Tilt just played a lot better as a unit. That's why you see Ast getting that mad KD. And that's why you see Cost die less times as well. It's going to be interesting though, because if Publiclir can get good middles on Granary, they can roll the entire round. So these mids could be an absolute clusterfuck. As we go to this first mid, CP Granary, week 4 ETF2L, Publiclir against Full Tilt. Tell me what you see, Max.
I see that the Smearer has just chosen to play up top, but drops down pretty much immediately, and Full Tilt are going to try and take this high ground. Smearer is going to be the first pick, as well as Atomic. Amps with a nice shot there to take down Ast is probably going to be the only nice play for Publiclir, though. Starkey getting a pick onto Flip. They're pretty much all over the place, ready to frag. Medico does get 2, though. It's looking a bit better for them, however, he does to full damage. And Kaya kills Stark.
Yeah, Stark was on the hunt. Kai went back in for a saw. Got the saw to force the trade. But yeah, big middle from Stark there. Like, he opened it up with 2 frags, like, straight onto Smur. We talked about how he could, like, Smur was playing process middle more defensively to avoid Stark, and we see Stark just take him out straight away in his Granary middle, followed by a scout. And now we have a pause.
Yay! My favourite part of TF2. Should we see how the other game is going, CommanderX?
It's probably over by now.
It's probably way over.
Oh, no, they've only just started second map as well.
Oh, okay. Then.
We're oddly... Nice. Well, we were only a minute behind. Obviously now we might well be more than a minute behind.
Probably way more. Apparently the cause is because Medico is lagging. I love servers. Why don't we all just go to airports and play on land? To be fair, right now in this scoreboard, Medico does have 101, the lol ping. Or like probably 4 bars, or whatever it is, if you've got that. Whatever the maximum amount of bars is. There's nothing super broken. It's like 1 to 150 is like full green, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's horrible.
So, I don't know, that mid was really one-sided.
Yeah.
Like, Cost survives, which is going to be the key to sort of stopping these rounds rolling. Really, I mean, they did get 3 frags in the end, so it's going to slow them down a little bit. But then Sil might just want to take this Uber really deep early on.
Yeah, possibly. But I think something that could stop him is the fact that Atomic's already committed on this NG. He's going to set up his sentry and last. I think they're trying to avoid the get wiped on middle and just kill them last. They've gone for this slow setup. The sentry will delay him. If they don't know it's there, it'll buy a bunch of time. Flip is on sniper. That could lead to something pretty nice. And Full Tilt do still have to wait for their respawns while they take second. And you can see that Smear is setting up a sticky trap to probably delay them even more.
Yeah, I guess the aim of the game here is... Like, you can kind of get trapped in that bit on Granary, where, do you know what I mean, you just end up exchanging 1 minute rounds back and forth for ages, because one team just has a better mid, doesn't lose their medic, then rolls it all the way to last. Because Granary is one of the oldest maps in the game, everyone's pretty good at pushing Granary last by now.
Yeah, it's just, you always push from that right side, you go across the thing, you kill them all, and then just get on the point. And now that it's even closer, it's kind of easier to cap, but it's also easier to defend, because you spawn a lot closer to it. Pretty fair.
I don't know, I think that being closer for the attackers benefits them more.
Yeah.
Or at least I've seen it work that way more, because you can actually play point in Granary, whereas previously in Granary last, before they move the point forward, you kind of just had to DM stuff, really. Like, you had to get really deep to even get to a point where you could even entertain baiting the point, whereas now, particularly if you come from top or something, you can get on that point, like, pretty quickly with either one jump or even a scout. It's not too far to get on it.
I think it does kind of nerf the heavy on this last. Like, it used to be so strong, you just sit at the back of the pipe as heavy and you just deny everyone that comes in, because they have to come all the way to you to get onto this point. When it's a lot more forward, you can kind of just ignore the heavy, unless he's far forward, and then you can spam him really easily. But it does make things like Sentry a lot more powerful, I feel, because it's easier to get it to cover the point now.
Well, not where Atomic's setting it up. Atomic's setting up his Sentry like it's 2008.
Is he? Oh, it's all the way behind the wall.
Atomic's going to cover this staircase. David, can you get the camera on Atomic right now?
Oh my god.
Like, he's setting it up to cover this staircase. So no one's going to take over this staircase from Full Tilt. Anyone goes on this staircase from Full Tilt, they're dead. They're dead meat. But
if they
unfortunately,
go point,
that staircase doesn't mean anything because the point's not next to it anymore.
It's just going to deny nothing. Maybe if a soldier bombs in really deep, he might get hit if he's not blocked by the tire. So a lot of things have to go right.
I hope we just pause at an awkward time and he has an incredible sentry spot lined up. But if he builds it in that spot, it's gonna make no difference. He's just gonna be stuck on like slow scout. So he's just on slow scout for this defense.
He's just nerfing himself. He believes. I hope he's just like building it there so it doesn't get checked and then he moves it when it's built. Is that even... Yeah, of course that's quicker. What am I talking about?
I hope he moves it. This is all I want. I don't even care about the rest of the game. I just want Atomic to not dedicate himself to that sentry spot.
It'd be so beautiful if he did. Wait, where's Flip gonna hold? Because if they're both just... Like, I guess is he just setting up this sentry solely to cover Flip in the back right as sniper? Is that what this is for? So if anyone bombs them, they just get sentry?
I mean, a lot of teams do like to, like, if they know there's a sniper, they Uber through and just send the demo man to jump him, and the demo man either kills the sniper, lands on him if he doesn't get airhead shot, which is kind of unlikely, do you know what I mean, even at this level. Or he at least forces the sniper back into spawn, allows... Like, your other players are Ubered, sure, but everyone else can get space as well from your team then without losing any other entry picks. But if you build a sentry next to the sniper, obviously, that jumping demo man is going to be denied completely.
Yeah, and then everyone else can just rush onto the point.
I mean, they are. It would be a very keen counter to a very specific way of pushing.
True.
They're banking on a lot of maybes right there.
Yeah, we don't have enough analysts and coaches and stuff to get these kind of strats in TF2. Oh,
like when NFL where they have like a timeout and they bring up a playbook.
Yeah. All right, he's got the sentry in this specific spot, so we can run these 3 specific strats.
Start giving the coordinates of a sentry on last.
Exact position.
Latitude 52,
nice.
longitude 12.
We're getting captain for Medico because Medico can't get his ping straight. Captain being from the Netherlands gets 5 ping to everywhere. So
everyone's upgrading their roamers.
Wow. But captains are pocket, so it's fair.
Yeah, but it's Granary. Did you see Reason against Forskings?
No.
Captain went insane on Granary, just every rocket hit. Even rockets that shouldn't hit.
I've seen him have those games, they're crazy.
Yeah, there's one where he's just backing out what's it called? You know that lobby between mid and 2, the big one with the big sloped roof, and he was just backing off like the first door next to mid, and there's a scout up top, and as he's backing out, he just flicks a direct straight in Phil Kipple's face. But it was just rockets like that, like all game. Do you know what I mean? Like poor Force Kings trying to play against the best team in Europe in their first season in Prem, and then Captain just has a game like that as well.
I think like Captain only has one level of skill, you know, and he is just always slamming people. He doesn't know any other way. Just like if you watch him at any time, he's just constantly outputting like the same performance. As we have the pause unpause to let our boy in. So now we have.
This is going to be this is an insane soldier lineup for
Yeah,
a Granary game now, isn't it? Like it's like an all-star game where they keep subbing in like bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Who could come in next? Mirrelin's gonna come in for one of the medics. Gonna get crazy surfs and air shots. Cadis is gonna come in for Smear. He's gonna get Rib for Spud.
It's just gonna end up being like Epsilon against TCM I-49. Everyone subbed out.
The ultimate all-star lineup if you were in this game like was it 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Meanwhile on Granary, we see start going down to a sticky trap. Sill's taking this Uber in up top. But I'm not interested in that. I want to look at Atomic right now, who has set his sentry gun up in the most useless place possible.
Oh, I think it might do something because Full Tilt look like they're looking to elect to push from
they're going the other way. They're going to do nothing.
Get the soldier and scout in really deep right now, but they're getting pretty denied. Am's just gonna die though to Ass. That's one good thing for this push.
He's not healing his sentry. Sill's just spamming it down. He's not healing his
running
sentry.
forward his slow scout and loses a 1v1 to Ass. And now Publiclir are gonna use their Uber and force Full Tilt out because all of their players are separated. They still do have really good health and it's a 4v4. If they try something, they could get it. Spud getting that nice sticky trap gonna set them up pretty well to hold this second. After one of the most awkward last pushes of all time, where Atomic used to be slow scout. And
like they held the point. Well done to everyone else on Publiclir who helped their team hold that point. As Atomic just doesn't know how to play engineer. What does he play in Highlander Scout? You can tell, can't you?
Oh my god!
Where are the Engie mains when we need them?
Oh, we need Doom. He wrecked us in our PC. It's besides the point. Doom's a sick NG. You should tell Atomic what to do. Anyway, back into this game right now. We do have a sniper on the field of Stark. Can he hit a dank shot as my spec thing breaks? It looks like he's going to peek on this left side. The scout of Flip is in and he's going to headshot him. Nice and close range. Too tight ADing there. Nico a little bit too hard and paid for it, while the rest of the team are now pushing in with this Uber. Can they get anything going? They see the enemy team on the pipe. Spud is raining down as much damage as possible. And pause.
Wait. Go look at Medico right now.
Yeah.
Then look at Talash in the air.
Yeah.
And look at that. Is that rocket going to hit? He's going to miss, right?
I have no idea.
I think he's going to miss.
Yeah, it's going to miss. Unless he could strafe into it. Yeah, if he keeps going forward, it'll hit. I'm pretty sure, dude.
I mean, Talash is 11 HP, so it's definitely dead anyway. It'll be nice. It's a bit of an awkward situation.
Yeah, dude, this could hit if he keeps going straight. Why are we paused again? I'm so confused.
I presume that was, I don't know, was that them trying to get Captain in, and now they're...
It still says
Because his
Medico
HUD disappeared.
Oh, Captain changed his name to Medico. How annoying. That's not going to confuse the hell out of me at all.
So it's like a what's it called? Like a shot by shot.
Yeah.
Frame by frame. Stop motion air shots with Captain.
Like, I'm going to say Medico for Captain. I already feel it. It's gonna and it's gonna be like some really cool play, and then they're gonna try and get our casting in, you know. And I'm gonna say Medico, and it's gonna ruin everything. I hope he hits this air shot so much. It's gonna be so hype.
Here we go.
Yes! Unfortunately, he does kill Flash in the end, though, and Atomic picks up Spud. This push is going very well for Full Tilt, but he hits the one on the selector! Oh, God!
Shame no one's going to believe it him when he uploads it, though.
How are we supposed to talk after that happens? What the hell? And they get CP2, and they're going to be... take it.
That was like a proper, literally just directly up air shot as well. Like, we had to react so quickly. And now we see Publiclir trying to come back to mid after that as well. Spamming him out. Spud might get caught, takes a bunch of damage, but they will all survive. And in fact, Sill's even able to pick off Atomic on the other side. And now we see Stark trying to snipe onto mid, getting some shots out, and they actually catch AMS as well. And they are just catching so many players here. Full tilt, and they're going to try and walk in. Captain's going to go from the side onto Cost. 1 rocket, 2 rockets. What a sensational opening from Captain's first moments in this game. And it looks like Publicly want to fight. They catch Sill overextended right now, and now they've Ubered in. Atomic's trying to duel Talash on this side. He will win that one. Flip will take down Stark. Smur will take down Spud. Everyone just winning those individual duels. We just see Ast as a lone figure just getting some vision on this CP2 as Publicly plow forward.
Captain is here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and he's all out of gum, dude. He's just came in and slammed. He had that like sick ass shot pick onto Thalash, and then he just like destroyed Kost there. Like he shouldn't have been able to pick him. He just jumped in from the high ground and got the 2 nice rockets. He's been leading at full tilt, Publiclir, excuse me, and now they have this big 70% to only 15 of full tilt. This last push is looking pretty real for them. It's still 0-0, CommanderX.
I was about to say, it's still the first game. Atomic's going to pick off Stark, and full tilt look well and truly rattled after this unpause and sort of mid-game substitution. We're still going to see them pressuring them, right? Still trying to shut down this door, but the Uber looks like it's going to come in from top. AMS and Flip, the Pocket Scout and Pocket Soldier go in. AMS gets juggled a lot. The rest of the Publiclir team are able to come in. Still's going to desperately jump to try and block the point, but he can't get there in time. And Publiclir take the lead.
Yeah, full tilt went to rotate through the spawn, which is like a good play, but it took them so long in Publiclir. We're just kind of like, okay, then we'll get on the point. Thank you.
Wait, I've just realised in chat, you know all the memes where someone goes, why is so-and-so fake nicking as so-and-so?
Yeah.
Now Captain is genuinely fake nicking as Medico. Everyone in chat is getting very confused. Oh, thank God. Okay. Reconnect. I'm not reconnecting.
Yeah, screw that.
Screw you, Captain. Anyway, middle. Here comes Silentis and Stark going aggressive on the right-hand side. Full tilt trying to regain some composure in this. They take down loads of players right now, absolutely decimating. AMS is going to go for the health back and go for not
Silentis.
even a launch. Yeah. Gets shut down. Flip's the only one left alive. He's going to try and catch Spud. He might well catch Spud here. Here comes Flip. Spud's trying to put down stickies, locks him out. Still plenty of health on Spud thanks to some arrows from Kost. And it looks like Full Tilt might be able to take a quick one back here.
Yeah, they're not getting rocked by that last round whatsoever. They're back to where they started when Captain first joined. Let's hope he doesn't ruin something else for them. It's a 1-0 to Publiclir, so pressure's kind of on Full Tilt, but not too much. It's still 23 minutes remaining. Let's see how they're going to try and push this last with a big Uber advantage. I think they look like they want to take it right side, CommanderX.
Yeah, here they come. Looks like Spud's going to come flying through super deep, straight onto Kaya and Smur. Atomic is putting that sentry gun in the same position right now. Meanwhile, Full Tilt are all over in this last one. They've got so much position. They're spamming down that sentry. Atomic's healing it this time, though, so it's buying them time. Now Atomic's going to make the switch up and come on back on a scout. And nice hold from Publiclir there.
Yeah, it was quite unfortunate for Full Tilt. Spud did so much with that Uber. He jumped in, he got some great stickies onto Amps and Kaya, knocked Kaya down to 27 HP, hit the sentry like a million times and some other players, but none of his team could quite catch up. He got separated, killed, and then that kind of happened to the rest of his team, and now they're all the way back onto middle. Yeah,
we see Full Tilt setting up defensively. Huge advantage for Kaya, so I imagine it's just going to be a single sack. Stark is all over him, drops Kaya at the door, takes down Atomic as well. And suddenly the push is all cancelled for Publiclir. They have no heals, not a lot of people left alive. They're just going to have to back it up.
Yeah, even Flip went down to 5 HP, so they just realised, thankfully, it's not our fight. Let's just back up to second right now. Really good hold off the back of Stark there for Full Tilt. I think Smeary set up a sticky trap in that little ring thing next to Zed, but I don't think that'll be used because Full Tilt are coming in from this lunchbox right now. Ast's going to get taken down, actually. Commentator's cursed right now, but Full Tilt are going to stop. Soldier in from behind does get the force onto Kost, though, and Amps looks like he's going to get out, circling back around, but while that happens, the rest of Full Tilt are just capping the point. They're willing to take that trade. Amps still behind.
Still is getting juggled so hard. He tried to go in for like the sack play onto Kaya with the end of the Uber. And then just got juggled to hell, and now Publicly are starting to move back in. Stark's trying to get in up top though, gets denied by AMS, drops onto Kaya though. He's able to surf away to safety, and they clean up Talash as well. Full Tilt throw in a couple of bodies at that. So now they're going to have to give up 2, and they might have to give up mid as well because of that.
Yeah, they still have... Oh my god, now they're 3 down. Flip playing really aggressive, catching out Silentis. Spud's going to have to try and set up some sticky trap. He spots the T-Scouts coming in, but can't quite get damage onto them, so it looks like he's just going to back out. This mid should be going the way of Publiclir right now. Silentis is only just spawning now as well, so try and pull this back. They have a sniper of the Lash who's going to try and go for a god play, but they're just going all the way around him on this left side and picking off Stark as well, and they've still got their Uber. Full Tilt is about to have theirs soon, and Thalash is taking aim, CommanderX.
Meanwhile, they're just ploughing forward with the Uber, though. Doesn't get loads of frags. Koss wasn't in position, though, and ends up dropping a couple of people. I think Koss wanted to fall back because he thought they were going behind, but instead... Publicly played that really well, but somehow they've lost everyone from it. I don't understand. Full Tilt are going to stabilise, and how did that happen?
I honestly have no clue. It looked like it was going so well for them, and suddenly just their entire combo dies. They still have a player of Atomic trapped in behind, taking a 3v1, can even get a pick. No, he's just going to get taken down by Silentis. However, someone's hiding. It's a soldier. He can't get off the spud. Gets piped. Bless his cotton sucks. He tried.
Yeah, now they're walking into mid. Talash, the first one through, a sniper, going to take down Captain. Headshots flip as well, forces him back. Can't get the frag though. Absolutely pinning them back right now. Still 1-0 for Publiclir, but Full Tilt I've got a bit of head of steam about them now. Talash is already peeking, pushing them back. We see Captain, I think, sniping him forward. No, AMS even.
AMS, yeah.
But Full Tilt have already gone behind. Still wants to take that up top. He wants the solo Uber up top. He loves in this position. And he's going all the way behind to take a big fat solo. AMS is coming in. Sil's getting all over Kaya. He's going to juggle him right at the door. Sil doesn't have a rocket, but it goes under the door.
Oh,
he's
that's so tragic for Kaya. Silentis is going to try and keep the push going, get some great rockets into Smire there as well. Flip does take down Koss, but it shouldn't matter too much. Full Tilt just need to group up and get these frags. But Captain and Flip are just going ham right now. Stark does take him down. Thalash with another headshot and a body shot onto Amps, and Flip just winning that round for his team at the end there. Ooh, good DM from Full Tilt.
Sil did so much damage in that solo Uber. Like, quite often, like, you know, you shouldn't take a solo soldier in on gunboats when you want to chase down a frag like that, but Sil just played it so well. Good rockets all around, and even though Koss went down, like as soon as the Uber faded, he got so much damage out in that. Spark, Talash and Spud could just clean everything up, and they tie that up right now as it's 1-1. 18 minutes and 37 seconds left as we go into middle. Smur's got a load of early damage onto Ast as Silentes takes for high ground quite early on, gets pushed back by AMS. Captain, everyone's just playing it quite passively right now. AMS just lining himself up. Captain's going to counter jump as well. AMS just, they're pinned back here Publicly, but they're still trying to fight. Silentes is going on top of all of them. All of Publicly are so weak. Stark comes in, AMS takes the trade. They're still ploughing forward. Spud's trying to get aggressive into them, and Silentes. Publicly still having to back out. They lose Smur. Now Ast is coming in, trying to get aggressive onto Kaya.
Oh, Spud,
Flip's denied
Spud
him.
just drops Kaya. Yeah, he just flew in from nowhere and hit the sticky pipe right onto it. That was dank nasty from your demo man, Spud. Holy crap. Sorry, dude, but ooh, that was crazy.
No, I'm going to watch it now.
Okay, they're gonna take this full Uber and all the way onto their last now. They've already kept second. Spud's gonna get this one. Let's see if he can do anything with it. He's done so much work so far. Thalash takes off Captain, and Flip having such a beast game today. Kaya's dropping down onto the point. Thalash gonna take him down as well. Then Amps, oh my god, finally gets piped by Smire, but it's not enough. 6 HP. He's gonna lose the round 2-1 to Full Tilt. Oh, such a monstrous round, dude.
Yeah, Talash just walks in, like the Uber's going on one side, and then Talash just walks in, drops like 4 meat shots and gets 2 kills. And just seals the deal for that Uber push, essentially, by getting another one after it. Now Full Tilt seem like they've really got a lot of momentum behind them right now. And Publicly need to do something. That last mid was so passive from them. They need to do something much better to contest Full Tilt properly on these mids.
Maybe they could not even get onto their last vote with a good mid. That might be what happens. Let's see. We do have this big solid bomb going in right now, but all the soldiers in the air, and Flip is going to take down Silentes. Spud picks off AMS though, and Stark gets onto Kaya. This is a great start for Full Tilt right now. They've got the numbers advantage. Stark taking off Smire as well. Soldier's going to go in right now, try and get onto Spud. However, he just 2-pipes Captain. Atomic's going to finish off Koss. Finally, a good play, a good pick for Publicly. The spawners are coming in now. Spud hits another pipe onto Flip there. He's playing so well as Captain leaves the game and Medico comes back. Wait, Spud's still fighting
Spud had no right to win that fight. Like, Stark was solo, and he's against 2 scouts, and then Spud just takes on both scouts, pipes Flip straight away. I think he hit Atomic earlier on as well, and he was just too weak to contest. And now full tilt again on mid, but Publicly want to contest straight away. Spud's trapped in. AMS should be able to finish this one. If not, Atomic can. Stark's super weak now as well. He's going to get the health back, and here come all of full tilt to contest. Stark's going deep, he's going behind, he's going to try and fight Flip. Flip's going to beat him though. Asta's still in on mid, but full tilt decided to get out of that. Koss and Sil both weak. Going to save themselves.
Yeah, they need to keep that Uber. It's only 65%, so they're still at a disadvantage. Stark typing fudge in chat. I don't know what happened. Is this when Stark starts throwing just for the lols? I don't know, but publicly it looked like they want to push through this lunchbox area, shooting the sticks that are blocking them. I guess they've changed their mind going through Zed right now. They're trying to get the opposing Uber. It does get forced out, but it does favor Full Tilt quite a bit. Nice juggles from the pocket there, trying to knock back as many people, but Full Tilt are committing to this push. Sil is out as far as possible, but he just gets knocked back by a really nice sticky from Smeare and gets finished off by Flip. The push should be coming. However, wait, what have I missed? There's a soldier 20,000 miles behind. He's taking a fight on through mid. He's taken Flip down to 18 HP. Meanwhile, back at the front line, is going to be the point capped. However, that soldier of Stark is still behind.
Talash and Stark are both behind.
Oh,
I sense a play coming.
Maybe. They're in this lunchbox. They do see both scouts. They take down Flip and they take down Atomic. There was that play. Wow. This is not looking good for Publiclir right now. They do have a slight Uber advantage. That might be their saving grace, but it looks like the point should be going to Full Tilt.
Yeah, Smith's trying to lock it down with stickies, but here comes Spud just powering through, just absolutely decimates him. Medico's going to try and hold that door as AMS and Kai come in the other side. Kai's hanging onto this Uber as well. Stark's going to f*** it out now, but AMS should be able to clean up Stark as well. There is still one scout behind as Sil and Koss look to move forward. They want to chase it down. Sills gets surfs it nicely onto Kaya. Ast goes behind to deal with AMS. Fin on Fin. They clean them up both. They find the hiding Atomic, crush him, and devastating Uber from Silentes and Ast there. Just take control of that CP2 fight and get them a great position on middle.
Yeah, it almost went bad for them when Spud got taken down early, but then they managed to hold their Uber for so long, or like they... Koss survived and then got the Uber in time. They just pushed through Zed, took down Stark, took down the other picks, got Atomic on the flank, trying to go for that sneaky play, but couldn't get anything going. Set them up really nicely. Now they have another Uber advantage again, as they're looking to already push in through this garage area. Although it is pretty hard, they're getting spammed kind of rough. Let's see if they actually do commit to anything though. Looks like they want to push from this left side, CommanderX.
Yeah, they've just about muscled their way in. They do lose Stark, but it shouldn't slow them down too much, as Silentes should be able to equalise that by getting Medico now. But here comes Atomic on the back cap. AMS is fighting, Talas takes him down as well, and AMS is going to get on this back cap as well. And all of Full Tilt are coming back right now. Silentes and Spud are going to try and fight him. But Uber's not been popped. Flip's all over him. Flip takes down one. Atomic's there as well. Spud and Koss have just been bullied into popping on middle right now. Kaya survived the whole thing as well. Atomic is still lurking behind. Going to try and bait someone back to fight him. Going to take on Stark. Stark's pretty low, going to get an arrow. Atomic will eventually go down. But they bought so much time for their team right now, and Spud is in no man's land in Z. Where does Spud think he's going?
He just tried to jump forward really aggressively and kill the med, but then he just leaves after he was on like 20 HP at some point. That was crazy, and now the rest of his team is met up with him. Ast does go down. However, it is still even numbers. Full Tilt really tried. They could maybe take the second, but their flank's going to get pushed out right there, so that should be putting a rest to that without actually even get taken down by the real Medico.
AMS going deep as well. Should be able to trap Stark right now. Full Tilt just bleeding bodies all over the place. Really, some really sloppy individual plays right now. And AMS going deep onto Spud, takes him down. Nice aggression from AMS, and they're just pinning him back. Koss is on 90%. Publicly have to be careful not to overextend into this one. Looks like AMS is going to keep him, though. They're going to go through. AMS goes for hero shots onto Silentes, but he will be caught by Koss. AMS is trying to go behind right now. He's just jumping all over the place, giving him the loop-de-loop. And out goes AMS, making Full Tilt look silly and wasting their Uber. He does go down eventually. Maybe Full Tilt can start moving now, as they look like they're going both soldiers on the left-hand side.
Smear just gets the sticky trap to take down both scouts before this push even starts. Silentes does equalize it with a pick onto Atomic. But, like, where else will this go? Flip's just going to get taken down by Stark as well. there on the second. We have even numbers now, and with Full Tilt having a little bit of advantage, they could look to play aggressive. Both teams are going to meet each other in this garage area, but it shouldn't really exchange to anything. No, it looks like Full Tilt is going to hold back on the second. Publicly going to set up for a mid-hold. We have the light post play. No, we don't. He missed it. Nice try, Amps. You launched with dreams. You fell without grace. Completely went over it. I don't know if anyone saw that.
And now we're going to see, probably for the first time, that classic granary stalemate. So, like, yeah, 19 minutes into the game. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Only 10 minutes left. Please don't do it for the rest of that. 2-1 up to Full Tilt, so I guess it is on Publiclir to push. Both Ubers in play now. They are poising even around this garage area, trying to get something going, but they can't quite do it. Rotating both scouts now. Please push. Like, yeah, it's this, like, you know, trademark of this map, but it doesn't mean it's a good one. It's just waiting for something to happen, and it's so hard to make anything happen.
They've still got 10 minutes left, so still plenty of time for both teams. It looks like AMS is going to try and work his way through. They're all going through! Kaya somehow survives the sticky trap with 30 HP. He ran straight onto it. Now AMS is going to get the counter pop on. AMS is going to try and get out, gets body blocked though. Atomic is desperately trying to run out drop down. I don't know where he's been. He's just gone on a little adventure throughout this fight. Still in drop down right now.
How did he get there? How did he get there?
He's just bypassed that entire fight, gone for a little stroll down drop down. Now it's like, obviously they're trying to take yard with a player down, but they might actually end up having their players caught out here, but it's actually Ast who goes down first. Trades with Medico, Smur's trying to walk in, Atomic's threatening on the flank, but I really don't think Publiclir can sustain this with their player disadvantage.
Yeah, Smiro was pushing the players back, but he wasn't actually getting any damage onto them, so no one from Publiclir could really commit onto that, so both teams just sort of realized it wouldn't behoove either of them to commit, so they just both sort of said, alright, let's reset the situation, wait for our Ubers. Full Tilt would have it a little bit before, but, you know, shouldn't do anything. Stark actually does trade with Flip on the flank, though. Amps is going to take him down, he's pretty low, but I think that Publiclir are going to commit to this left side push. Their Uber's coming up pretty soon, CommanderX.
Yeah, this is going to be a trade. Onkai doesn't quite have it yet, but needs to hold on to someone. He doesn't land with anyone. Publiclir overextend, and this is a devastating mistake as they lose their entire combo straight away. Medico is behind, is going to buy some time. He'll get shut down by Ast now, though. Atomic's been caught out as well. It's only Flip who is just trying to scout for some information on mid, but Ast is going to pick him up, force him back as well. And Publiclir are going to have to regroup. Oh wow, AMS is in! Surely he's not going to get cost from there, surely not!
How? I was just about to give the scouts of Full Tilt so much praise. They've been playing so well together in both of these maps, especially Thalas. She's been such a beast. And then Cost just dies to Ams, who wiggled his way in there. It's pretty unfortunate for them. They do, however, have Stark mad behind right now. He's probably going to split up the Publiclir comp. Oh, okay, yeah, Stark goes for the bomb there. Koi can go on to Kaya.
Talash and Ast is behind.
Yeah.
It's a full tilt, full back cap attempt, as they're all going to get mowed down within seconds, actually. Well,
nice. Good job, Publiclir. Yeah, that was pretty tragic if you're a Full Tilt fan. But if you're a Publiclir fan and you made that smart bet, this is good. They cap in the middle.
If they win this map, you get everything because of their handicap.
How good that would be. They've got a full Uber advantage. They're cap in mid right now. It's going to be even numbers. This is looking quite good for them. They can get 2-2. There's still 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Like, it's looking pretty good.
Look at this position by Talash. Oh, he gets... wow, Kaya... Yeah, he was on the little boxes getting a sight line at an choke door, but they do get the pop out of Kaya anyway, and a pick on Flip. So Publiclir not able to get much out of that. They have got Atomic in sort of on the flank, but Atomic's going to give himself away. He's now going to have to fight everyone with their full buff. He's making a meal of it, but he does go down. Well, you see AMS hiding outside in the oldest hiding spot of them all. Is anyone going to look? They're not going to look!
I got dead by that sticky trap, so Ams is going to follow him up and take the pick onto the lash. Spud really far forward, they're going to get the force. Costco now to 9 HP there. Great damage from Publiclir, and this is looking pretty good for them now, 60%. They should keep this one going. Get up in there with that heals and big player advantage. Finally starting to push in right now. It looks like that the flank combo is going to rotate to this lunchbox area and come from up top.
Yeah, Kyron AMS. In comes Stark though, doesn't actually manage to get any damage. Clean rockets from AMS to clean him up. AMS going to take on another soldier now. does get Ubered, gets Sil super low, and he's going to take it into last as that Uber's pushed off. We see Talash taking that sentry spot as well. I really don't get it. I really don't get it.
It's just getting
He's not
spammed.
healing it either!
Oh, and he didn't even run out to play like slow scout as well. He
was
even
tanking
do
the
anything.
rockets. Because he was tanking the rockets. That's not as bad.
Okay. It's
Sort
a bit
of.
more acceptable.
Yeah.
Let's see if the rest of his team can pick up the slack. They're pushing from this left side right now, but they are going to get meted from this lunchbox area. Smartly, their soldiers are going to decide to take this high ground, try and drop down behind them in lunchbox, but they can't quite find anything. Publicly just back out, and the second point's going to go to Full Tilt, who keep pushing CX.
Yeah, they know they've got an Uber advantage, and they know it's slowly but surely wearing away, and they're going to keep ploughing forward. Spud leading the charge. Lots of spam coming from the high ground though, and Spud has to think twice, and Sil walks straight into a pipe from Smur. He's going to go down. Asta's already committed to this fight though, so they might lose him, and Full Tilt are losing bodies all over the place.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Publicly right now as they push in with that big 3-player advantage. All of them still up. However, Cost does still have this Uber, so something could happen with that, but I think smartly they should just back up and keep it for last. Kind of give Publicly the second point, but Publicly even smarter trying to go for this force. Flips in right now, Uber gets used on him, he does force Cost as well, and he's been flashing a lot. The Uber's quite good. They're trying to bait Full Tilt onto the point. All their players are split up. They have the pick advantage and now a good health advantage. They've done so much damage, but they need to actually clean up these frags. Spud is dead, so there are no sticks on point. All these players are so scattered right now, the damage is so split across everyone, but Full Tilt have managed to gain all of their health back right now. Publicly need to get something together right now. Smira is trying to get onto this point, but just gets shot off by the scouts right now. 3v3, who's gonna win this one? Spawners will favor Full Tilt right now. Flip just gets on the point and almost caps it. Smira gets taken down by Koss defending it there. Atomic does kill Stock. It's coming down to Koss gets the sword, and Koss gets the arrow as well. 2 picks to save that round for his team. What a manimal, king of squirrels. But now with Spud gonna take down Medico. What a clutch last hold from Full Tilt there.
4.5 minutes left, 1 round in the lead, and thanks to Koss, they've held on to it. And because he got slices as well, they've got a fat Uber advantage to even take some ground back with, as it looks like Kai is actually on crits. But it could be dangerous though, because Sil's going to Uber straight into them. He's going to go deep. He's getting all over Kaya,
nice.
Shuts him down. Crits won't come into play. Asta's there with his pocket soldier to back him up. There are players behind right now, AMS and Atomic trying to get on there, but Full Tilt are still all there. They trade a couple of bodies, but not a lot. Flip tries to come in as well. Maybe he should have just waited for a bit more of a back cap attempt, you know, let everyone go forward.
Yeah.
Throws his life away, and now we are at 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. Koss with a fat Uber advantage, and it looks like Kai is just sticking on crits for the rest of this map.
Fair enough. Samira does have some pretty good crits, but this map is crazy. Half the time we hear that anyone's coming in from Publicly, they're coming from behind. The flank is just totally messed up this game. Like, there's so many plays going on. Everyone's getting behind like all the time. Like, you'll have one Uber exchange going on, and then you have the entire flank fighting behind them. It's just so messy. And I think Full Tilt are just sort of winning these huge like macro plays. Like they're splitting the fight, but they're winning it at 2 fronts. So it just makes it so much easier with each pick they get.
Now it looks like we're just slowing it down right now. Full Tilt in complete control of this. It's going to have to be a crits play from Smyrna that comes out. Stark's tried to get him behind. Just gets absolutely shut down. So now it looks like double air shot I hear on Stark. And now Smur's coming in with his crits. He's lining it up. He's trying to get an angle on the medic. Solentis is going deep though, trying to get onto Kaya. Has forced Kaya back though. And Sil has just separated the Demoman and medic. And he's made this an absolutely terrible crits from them. Medico's trying to shut them down on his choke, and there's just too many bodies. They could be absolutely crushed right now. AMS is coming in behind though onto Koss. Koss surf. AMS in the air misses the rocket. Koss is going to get the frag.
His
4 kill streak. Yeah.
Oh my god. In Prem, 4 arrow kills in 1 life. Oh well, it looks like Full Tilt want to keep this aggression rolling. If they're Medic's getting frags, why shouldn't we? Both soldiers streaming forward right onto the point, they're focusing it, they're getting a lot of cap time, and Publicly can't get on it in time. 3-2 the score, or 3-1 even. Flip even calling the GG.
Yeah, the time's just simply against them now.
Yeah, it's like
1 minute 50
1:30.
seconds.
Yeah.
Even though we did it in 1:10, they're still like 30 seconds short.
Well, I guess, like, Koss made up for some plays, you know, now that he got those arrow frag.
Yeah, I mean, it all came from that clutch defense on last as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, he's
Koss is
really
the hero.
rolled them all the way back.
Yeah. He's probably shouting at him the whole time as well, to keep pushing forward and stuff like that. So, congratulations to Full Tilt, who are going to be tied first with Reason Gaming in the tables now. When do they play each other? That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, toe for toe so far from both of those teams. Let me see if I can find when they do play. I think it's week 7.
Something like that.
Yeah, week 7, Viaduct and Badlands.
Oh, nice. Those should be great maps. I love Viaduct. Although it will be a different Full Tilt, because they won't have Starkey, because he actually does belong to Nerd Rage.
Yeah.
So, could they... I don't know. Wait, yeah, they'll have Sideshow. It'll be a different team. Except Stark tried to play like Sideshow, to be fair. He was just going behind, like, all the time. Doing, like, crazy bombs. Along with Syl, who also had some sick pressure.
Yeah, it just really opened it up for Syl, like, for the combo of Full Tilt quite a lot. Yeah. How deep he was all those times.
Distracting a bunch of people. Speaking of Syl, 13 air shots. He got more on process, and he's even matched by Amps this time. Still 27 kills, 8 assists, and 16 deaths. Pretty damn solid score. 10.3k damage, 9.3 taken. Another beastly game from him. Stark only has 65 health pack pickups this map. 25 to 24.
Mediocre.
Disappointed. Yeah. Kid, who are you? 9% of the heals though, because he didn't need it.
Yeah, I mean, playing like that as well, that low heal roll really, again, just does nothing but help your combo.
Mm.
I think the big difference really here is just the sort of deaths of the medics.
Yeah.
Like, I know quite, like maybe like 3 or 4 of Kaya's came in those last few minutes where they were just going for whatever. But even if you take those out of the equation, Kos still on about half as many deaths as his counterpart. And it maybe says, not as like Kaya was dodging well, etc., but it says more about the combo and how the combo works together.
Yeah.
In terms of keeping Kos alive, playing as a tight unit.
I think we mentioned it before the game went live that like it might be a problem that Kaya isn't protected properly at all times, and I think it did kind of happen. Like, there was a lot of times where there needed to be more people with Kaya than there was. Like, Kos was always safe. There was always someone ready to protect him. Even if he was playing, like, really far forward with Syl would just be slamming. And if anyone even threatened Kos, like, a scout would just suddenly appear, like Thalash having a monster aim, Just pick him off. Overall, solid play.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I was impressed by Publiclir because, like, a couple of weeks ago, we just got smashed in this fixture. No one would have even, like, bothered thinking about it. But that was like a proper contest. Even though they come out away with no points, it was a proper contest.
Yeah.
All around.
Who would you give your MVP to in both maps? Across both maps?
Maybe Syl, probably.
Yeah, I think it's very fair.
Syl or Rast.
Or Captain, just for that air shot. That was pretty damn.
In terms of like sick moments for minutes played, Captain's well up there. Yeah. Playing all of like 5 minutes.
Extremely skewed stats. I did 600 DPM in 2 minutes.
I believe we have people here as well now. Should we bring them in?
Yeah, we've got Amps, Kos, and Syl. Hi, Syl.
Hi.
Welcome back to Full Tilt and interviews.
Oh, hi. I did one last week anyway.
Oh.
For the other game. That was technically the one I came back for.
Nice.
Are you like properly back in Full Tilt now, or is there just no one else?
I assume. I hope I am. Kos, am I? I guess my position is solidifying.
Yeah.
Better than no one.
It's a very extended trial.
They were going to get Nation to play for me, but I just said, no.
Why would you get Nation?
Oh, don't worry. It's a
meme.
It's a fresh one.
It's a pretty fresh meme. Fair enough. Hi, Amps.
Hey,
how are you feeling, my man?
I'm alright. How are you, Max?
I'm pretty damn good. Got to watch your game, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun.
It's good to hear. If you could do anything differently, what would you do?
That's a hard one.
Launch more.
I don't know. I think get someone other than Onkaya on medic for starters, and then move on from that.
What happened with Kaya, dude? Spill the beans.
No, nothing happened with Kaya. He just had a couple unfortunate moments, I think.
Did he get angry?
You got a bit angry. By the way.
David's informing you a mumble that Raptor is LFT, just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, perfect timing.
Wow, it's all coming together. It's like it's all planned.
I should have rescheduled and this never would have happened.
So who are you gonna replace Kaya with?
Sil, you want a medic for us?
Sure, I can play in 2 teams.
Nice.
Nice. Sil, my man.
Hello.
How different was it playing with Stark as opposed to Sideshow?
I don't really notice much more. He got a lot more frags.
Is that about it?
Didn't die all the time, so it was easier to play with, I guess. He was like reliable on the flank, you know.
So a nice change.
Yeah, it was alright. But he did bait in the last pushes.
Oh, you should call him out right now.
Oh, I did. I said he was baiting during the game.
Yeah, true. No, like proper direct
No, I don't.
message to him.
Not me.
Cost, you'll do it.
What?
Call out Stark for being a bit of a baiting nerd.
He did it like once, where
Yeah, once.
on process when he was looking, like he was literally just looking at us fighting on last. And then at the end of the fight, we're capping. He's like, "Can I have an arrow?"
That's such a Stark thing to do.
There was another time where Spud baited you all out. Well, not all of you out, but like mid had kind of finished. And then it was like three of you guys left on full tilt, and you make like a suicide attempt for Kaya. And then like Kaya survives on like 20 HP. And
Wait,
meanwhile,
is this process?
Yeah, process.
Okay.
Spud's not gone in, Spud's just laying sticky traps on CP2. Or you guys go for your final suicide.
I think he was just misinformed. He was running away at the time. He's like 60 health, I think, because I remember that.
How rude! Sorry, I
Good
was
job.
typing. Jesus.
So
Priorities. Sorry, Sil. You take over, Sil. You
I
go.
don't want to.
Yeah, so interview Amps about his team. Go.
Ams,
Yeah.
what happened with the pause? What's going on there?
Medico was experiencing some lag, and it was like not server lag, but he was lagging. His internet was.
Do you feel
Fucked up.
having to swap between roamers put you at a disadvantage on the second map? Did you feel your chemistry was tainted?
Captain came in, and then he hit a dank air shot right away, and then he killed Koss when you were trying to push middle, and then he had to go, and then we started losing again.
This is a family show.
I have another question. I saw you penciling quite a lot. Is that something you've adapted to?
Because I'm trying to learn how to C-tap, and it just makes me pencil.
It was so annoying. Like I just see you like twiddling around towards me. I can't hit you.
I know that feel.
Yeah, I should have done my new bomb, but never occurred to me.
God damn it, Sil.
Yeah.
God damn it.
AMS.
Yep.
Why did you guys allow Stark? Surely Stark's definitely better than Sideshow.
They didn't, or I couldn't get any other merc. Everyone else was playing, apparently, or something, and they wanted to play it next week, but we really preferred to play it this week. So we were like, whatever, let's just allow Stark. Well, to be honest, that's like how I like to think about it, but on Kaya just allowed him on his own.
This is
Really
what the
nice.
nation joke
Being a
came
good
in.
idiot.
On Kaya was like, I can get you nation, and then we just like, yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
We'd rather reschedule.
Yeah.
And it's
Combination.
Prem, so you're supposed to have Prem mercs in Prem, you know?
Yeah, but that's like saying everyone's as good as each other in Prem.
Yeah.
They're
It's still
supposed
stupid
to
to
be.
disallow Max though. Like the player pool is so low.
I think so as well. I don't think there's ever going to be a player that we would disallow for any team, just because we don't do that, you know?
Too cool.
Tell that to Kate.
Get wrecked, Cadus. Hope you're watching. You snake.
Wow. David is a savage.
David is brutal. He's a manimal. Speaking of manimals, Koss, the king of squirrels, dude. Nice 4K.
We got a 4K.
Yeah, well,
At the
yeah,
end,
4
after
kills
that
across
clutch
one
defense.
life, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, was it? That's tasty.
Yeah. You should put it in like a frag vid and then like fast forward the 5 minutes between your third and your fourth kill. I love it when that happens.
I
It's
don't know,
just
man. I was in the zone. I was like Neo.
oh damn. Are you shouting at your team to go push and stuff like that afterwards?
No, man, I was silent. Like a ninja.
Did you see like the you know, like when you open up the console and you've got all the information, was that like flowing over your screen like you were Neo? Like how he sees the
Yeah,
Chinese
just
matrix code?
numbers.
Yeah. Nice, man.
how I play.
Well,
You guys
I'm out of
seem...
questions.
Hold on. Full tilt. You guys seem pretty shaky at times. Like, I don't know. There are moments where you would just lose like 3 people in random places across the map and just be absolutely stuffed.
We were trying to go too quickly. Both maps we had that problem. We would 3 of us would go forward, 3 of us are capping, 3 of us would die, who were forward, and then we'd get the cap and then just lose it straight away, and then end up running away with cost. And we spent all the process when we started losing rounds. We spent all of it just running away. Just I was like, cost, keep going back, and then they just kept coming forward.
Yeah. Process was really annoying for me because it was just stupid miscommunication kind of things.
Dying on 99%.
Your team couldn't process the information.
Yeah, that is true.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird moments that you guys don't normally do.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, when he went,
it's fine.
yeah, when
carry
Kaya
on.
pushed into right yard, and then we just Ubered into him and he died. What was that
so
about?
upset. Kaya was like, he just stopped healing me. And
Was this
maybe
right at
just
the end of
disconnected.
Granary?
I was literally looking at him.
Towards the
I
end,
can't
yeah.
I can't save you from this Uber. I was just looking at him, and he's just going, "Oh, I have 98," and I'm just like, "I know, just heal me," and then he just died.
I was
thing is,
gonna shoot. I was about to shoot him. And I'm like, meds used. Oh, he died. Didn't have it. Okay.
Because you should have had Uber advantage in that situation. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, they're gonna have it soon. We have it now. Let's go into them.
It was 20% disadvantage.
I can't count.
Yeah, but either way, if they've started making the move,
Maybe we're just really good at building.
Do have Ast always with cost.
Yeah.
When he wants to be.
Oh,
Then when I'm 99%, it's like, I want frags! And he runs away.
is that what he sounds like?
Yeah, dude. That's a hardcore memer. You just don't know.
He actually is.
I've not heard him say a word. Not the one.
I don't think I've ever heard Ass speak either.
Yeah.
Have you not?
No.
I think only people who've played with him have.
It's a pleasure.
You can't fathom it. It's just
It's
so
like
nice.
the Barry White of Finland.
Well, I'm out of questions.
Let's do next games then. AMS.
Yep.
Next, you play DD and 5 friends. How many points do you expect to drop?
Hopefully none. I don't know. I'm pretty confident we can take both maps off them, but
Call
I don't
him
know.
bad.
Anything could happen.
I think Publiclir will win 6-0 because they play better in officials. They power up.
Yeah, also, come on, you're not scared of the Market Gardener, are you?
I'm just triggered by it. I'm not scared by it.
Does it upset you that DD5F is really good at jumping and you're not as good at jumping?
It's upsetting when it works, because all the other times it doesn't work, you just see him have a guaranteed map pick in his face and he just goes for a shovel and misses it.
No, not the Market Garden. He's sick jumps.
I guess he
He
got
has
6
6
jumps.
jump. I didn't even notice them.
You know, so-
Yeah, he's got pretty cool jumps, but then he just puts them to no effect by pulling out his melee weapon.
yeah, but it's really stylish. And
Plus
also,
he aims like shit.
we're only
all about
halfway,
swing.
we're only halfway through the season, and one of those Market Gardens is going to hit.
He already got Market Garden, didn't he? During the game. Cost.
On a
He
minute.
got hit.
It was on me.
He
it was-
Market Gardened you.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
During an official.
Like, I was
But
dead
it was
anyway.
it was in a situation, it was like dead time. We won already.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like dead time.
Yeah,
and I was
it's going to be like a
stickied
clutch.
off. And he was like, I'm gonna get a Market Gardener frag, look at me! Ah!
Wait, who are we playing
Fun,
next? Cost?
fun fact, Cost. There's no
Lego.
timer in a frag movie, thank you.
Mm,
So,
Full
you're
tilt,
gonna
you
be
were
in it.
playing Lego
yeah.
on Granary and Gully.
You know what that is? That's child's play. Because I go,
yeah.
yeah, thanks, David.
You're gonna make
You
him
get
change
it.
their name to Duplo or Mega Blocks.
No. I don't think so.
You're not gonna 5-0 him.
We, won't
We
be
could,
5-0.
but
We
we'll
screwed
get
them before.
4-0 and then we'll throw
4-0.
because Sato's an idiot. That's our usual game plan. Like,
Yeah,
we
but
go
you
into
did,
a game
you did
and
that
like,
a bit tonight anyway.
yeah, we
You
always
threw for a while. And
we
then
do it. We
pulled
just
it
kind of
together.
like, let's just make this interesting, and then we
Wait.
throw for a little bit, and then we start playing normally again.
CX, you can ask Umps about Atomic's NG play.
Yeah, I don't get that NG. Like, Talos did it a bit as well. Like, I don't get that NG spot on Granary Last anymore. Like, behind the fence or the wall near spawn.
I don't know. No one told him to place it there. He just did what he felt
Yeah, like, I don't know. I get, like, why it used to be a thing, because it covers for point, but now it doesn't cover for point. I don't get it at all.
Has Flip learnt to build a sentry yet?
Does he know the binds?
Because, like, I remember someone saw him trying to build a sentry before and he didn't know how to move it.
Wait,
Really?
Doesn't
Yeah,
the
he
button
didn't
come
know how
up?
to
It's
move the
like right
sentry.
click.
Yeah, it does. But
Does he even understand how to get onto other classes?
I hope not.
Okay, I'm out of questions as well. Max?
You're a shit interviewer.
Wow.
That'd be rude, still.
Sorry.
You're not getting any shout-outs
Yeah, you're
now.
not. Yeah, that's
I
it.
don't
Your
have any
shout-outs
shoutouts
are cool, dude.
anyway.
Oh yeah, look at you, dude. I didn't want to eat the cake anyway. Oh, I'm too cool for
I'll
school.
eat
dude.
cake. I wouldn't insult you for cake.
Do you want some cake, dude? Wow. All right then.
Sorry, did you ask me something? I was...
Piss off. Shout-outs.
Shoutouts?
Yeah.
Shout out to my team. And
Generic.
shout out to Full Tilt for a great game.
Thanks, Ams.
Cost.
I liked playing against you.
Shout out to Raptor for creating some excellent forum drama, and
Dude.
Sheepy for being a complete fuckwit.
CX question mark. Any shout
No, I'm good.
I like the
Shout out to McDonald's.
No, you don't
It
get one.
tastes good together.
No, it still doesn't get the
That's
shout
not
out
drinking
because
if you're
he's
wondering.
really mean.
I'm just honest.
And I'd like to give a shout out to my team as well. And that has been ETF2L Premiership Season 23. It's Full Tilt versus Publiclir. Who won? Full Tilt won.
What about the other game?
Oh, I don't know. Let's not spoil it, you know.
We'll find out.
The people might be eagerly awaiting. They
No,
can
Go watch
find
the
out.
VOD on YouTube. Go
Yeah.
watch the VOD.
Yeah, support
Who was
TFTV.
casting it?
Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch as well. Give us money. And yeah, that's us out, dudes. Peace.